Hello
right.
again!
Sorry,
Take
we're
two.
noobs. We're noobs.
I'm Ken, I'm the Dungeon Master for this adventure that we're going on today, and...
I'm Sarah, I'm playing Hope.
I'm Gemma playing Kaylin.
Steven playing Asher again.
Mike playing Vladrin still.
And what I was saying was, the characters are at what they hope is the end of this particular part of their adventure, where they are essentially being bait for what you assume are some very bad people at the behest of somebody you met in Baldur's Gate.
We have such bad ideas.
And you have taken this copy of a very powerful artifact out of Baldur's Gate and been transporting it along the road to see who comes after it. A few people have. Some of them you just talked to and said this is not the thing you're looking for. Some of them told you what you're doing is a very bad idea.
A lot of them told us that.
Some of them were just kind of ineffectual. Some tried to make friends. And here, in this cozy, comfortable, well-to-do inn, just half a day's ride outside of what you assume is the end of your destination, you have run into a little trouble in the middle of the night. Two members of a group you think is called Vasilius have appeared in the middle of the night and taken Asher out of his room to bring him to where you have hidden the artifact. He attempted to take them out the front door, at which time they said, no, it's not out the front door. And now he has taken them to the front of Hope's room, where we left off last. You have knocked on the door, and
I have my armor.
music can be heard coming from inside the room.
Yeah.
What do these guys look like again?
They are both wearing armor similar to yours, except for the tattered rags are in black instead of white.
Yeah, both of them
Or
are black.
gray.
Yeah. So we don't know what the colors mean yet, but
Yeah.
If they mean anything,
If
it might be
they-
a personal choice.
right.
Yeah. You gotta add a little bit of flair.
We just need to find the red ones.
Yeah, Vladrin just cast Shield of Faith on himself and is...
Are you in the room with us?
Yeah, he basically
Like,
When
as
you
soon
took
as-
them out the
as
front,
soon as I
you
took
ran
them out-
around the back way to your room and said, let me in.
and basically
Like-
it's just like, we're gonna be attacked.
Like, pretty much the way I imagined it a lot was, he, like, walked the longest route possible to buy time. Like, I walked all the way around, all the way back, out the front door, and then back all the way around, all the way back, just giving you guys a couple minutes.
Okay, you cast Armor of Faith, you start playing, do you want to do anything? You're kind of on the other side of the door going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, cast spiritual
Okay,
weapon.
cast a spiritual weapon, okay. I don't have a fist, so...
I'll have to make one.
here is your bat creature. Where would you like to put it?
Right next to Vladrin.
Okay. Oop, sorry, I don't have any furnishings for the room. The tall... Oh,
Are you
nobody
guys-
can see
Yeah,
it.
say,
Here, I'll put up the map.
Are we gonna need initiative?
We are in just a second.
Okay.
Everybody's had... Oh, you want to... Oh, that makes sense, too. The taller blocks are the doors. I didn't have enough doors to go around yet.
that's fine.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with initiative roll.
Alrighty.
Which one am I feeling? I'm feeling the black one.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Hey!
That's
where it's
polar
at.
opposites.
That's where it's at.
We have a +2 as well. And we have
How-
3.
How does the rest of
How
you
did
do?
we go in the group?
We did decent. What'd you guys get?
Well, Steven did great. Steven did
Did
great.
anybody get higher than a 20? What'd you get?
22.
Oh, just roll natural.
Yeah. That's why it's funny for one Mike
Anybody
roll.
beat a 15?
I got a 17.
I
Okay,
got
so-
a 16.
Oh, nice.
We rolled the same.
We rolled the same number.
Because we're
I love it.
We're
I love it.
We're
I
ready.
get a chance to react.
Yeah, first to react. I love it.
Are you one?
Yeah.
Did you roll one?
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's a total of 4.
Squadron is a
You have a +3?
Yeah.
What?
Dex, baby.
You are the weirdest fucking paladin.
Weirdest fucking
Hey,
paladin. You have
I'm
a
gonna
plus
continue
3?
to prove that.
Eventually, it's gonna get more and more charismatic.
It's the development that
Yeah.
you never expect.
He's learning from the charming one.
I like
it's,
it.
it's the epitome of learning on the job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the
like-
paladin you were promised.
he was a bounty hunter, you know?
It's just hella funny. It's just, oh shit, I'm a paladin. Okay, what do I do?
So luckily, you get the first
At
move.
the very top, you hear just the sound of music. You know it takes her a second to for it actually to do anything, but you are right in front of the door. These two folks, one of them is within easy reach of you, although he doesn't have his hands on you. They did reach for their weapons
When it played?
when it started to play, but you are first. You know they are currently unarmed, effectively.
Coolio.
If that's something you want to take into consideration.
Is it an action to open the door?
No, call it part of a move.
Cool.
Which way does it open?
It actually opens.
In or out?
I would imagine inward.
So
So I'm just like,
I'm just gonna go to open it.
if I feel that weak ass
Damn.
push.
Well, I guess the question is, would you have been standing so they couldn't open the door?
Were you holding the door shut?
His initial intent was
Well,
basically
you did hear. We heard Asher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
so-
it's
You
would
Ash on
know.
the other
You do
side.
know I'm
So-
on the other side.
with that, knowing that he's the one trying to open it.
So
like,
I open it.
allow him.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh,
In
that was a natural 20, but it was outside of the floor. Plus
4.
We'll stick with the 20 because it makes more sense.
1.
You're assuming Asher's the only one outside there that would knock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he did knock beforehand, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
His knock started this.
So ready, and then ding, ding, ding.
So you push open
He's
the
here.
door as part
Good.
of your move. What would you like to do? We'll just say
They're
the door
standing right
is
there, right?
Open currently. They're right where
Yeah.
you see them
I'm gonna grease behind me
as an action.
as an
Alright.
action.
Where are you going to drop it? It's a 10.
10
That
foot,
must look
taking up that whole.
fantastic.
Yeah. Like it's literally me opening the door, casting the spell, like doing the incantations and tossing it right
So
there.
it's a 10 by 10 cube. You're dropping it
Right
on.
on
Yeah,
both
I
of
got a
them.
full
Pick them up for a second.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, I don't have spelling spells. Or
So I need dex saves from both of them.
I did.
All right.
I'm not sure. Being an elf is so like.
Ooh, that's a fail.
14 is their number.
2 fail.
Both prone.
Nice.
Okay. So,
So
that's a
they
good
slip,
start.
and then I'm running into the room.
Where would you like to go in the room? We'll just put them down like that.
5, 10, 15, 20. Is there a window?
That means I can
There is, but
hit
it's too small
them
to
with
get
my
through, and
special
it's closed.
weapon if I go before.
I use the rest of my move to open the window. Can I do that?
Would you have locked the window? Probably, I assume.
Probably.
So you go. It's locked.
Fuck. Can I use the rest of my move to unlock it? Or is it key lock?
No, it's a latch, but that's going to be it.
That's fine.
All right. So, there's some loud crashing in the hallway. You can only really see from where you are the edge of one of them. But hope you're up. What would you like to do?
Well, if I can see the edge of one of them, I'm going to cast Crown of Madness.
Ooh, right on that foot.
It's a wisdom saving throw, am I correct?
Wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Woo!
That is not going to work.
They are doing hot.
Okay.
Go team.
Unfortunately, they're both prone at the moment.
Let's see, the dice
Yeah.
isn't going against
So
me
he
yet.
has to attack before he can move.
Yes.
When it gets there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who are you going to tell him to attack?
The
I'm sorry.
guy next to him. Yeah.
Obviously, Asher.
But that's on his turns, and bonus action, I'm going to like inspire Vladrin. You got this.
D6?
do it.
Yeah, D6.
Still a little groggy though, so tired, but
Alright,
Now
so,
inspired.
Kaylin, you're up.
Move me next to Vladrin.
Bip, 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 bip.
You want to be kitty corner?
Yeah, where are you gonna be? Because you also have this thing.
I'm gonna move that to hit him.
So it's there.
Okay, so you can be at the actual.
Actually, if you can move it there, and then you're gonna be in that corner.
Yes.
The other
You,
guy.
she's
you
at,
can
like,
see
3
he has got.
I can only move it so far.
Yeah, 20 feet.
At this point, you can see he does have a. This one has a huge, like, spectral iron crown hovering above his head. You know what Hope can do, so.
Is that gonna take him out of it if I hit him?
I'll give him another save.
But there is another dude.
So if
But
if you
can I
wanted,
get
you could
20
move it.
feet
You could
to
have moved
him?
it there.
yeah.
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 Okay.
5, 10, 15. You could actually move it to the other side of him if you want.
Yes.
Other side. I just figured you'd one in the
And
middle.
I have advantage because he's prone?
Yes.
Yes,
you do,
because it is a
not
melee.
ranged
It's a
attack.
melee strike. No 20s, but it hits.
17 and 18, so yeah.
So
8 total?
18 plus modifiers.
What's the-
So
well, just-
plus
Tell me the whole thing.
24.
Oh, that'll hit.
They got armor.
Armor.
Ooh, max damage.
Alright.
So, 11?
11.
11 force.
Okay.
And then because he's hurt, I'm gonna Toll the Dead him.
I was gonna say you could sacred flame him, and give him disadvantage on his dex saving throw because he's prone.
Well, she decided to toll
Okay,
the dead
that's
now.
true. Told the dead.
I'm gonna Toll the Dead.
Okay,
I believe that's a wisdom.
it is a wisdom.
That's
Fail.
Another fail. Boy, this dice has failed me for the last time.
It's gotta hit.
It's because it's not swinging at us. That's why.
It's saving.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
That's sad. It's just that.
One
right?
necrotic. Yeah.
We're under-
Yeah.
That's the
Alright,
dumbest.
so next,
It's a light.
Vladimir, you're preparing to go when this gentleman on the ground will, because he doesn't have a sword out, just kind of like roll elbow his friend in the back of the leg because they're facing opposite directions.
So since he's prone, he has disadvantage on melee attacks.
But he
the
has
other guy's
advantage.
because he's prone.
Yeah,
So it's just
a flat
yeah.
attack.
Oh shit.
Ooh, the dice are failing me.
That's technically failing
So
them. Yeah.
he does an amount of damage to his friend you're not aware.
Yeah.
King.
Look, he's not attacking any
He's
of
like,
us.
oh.
But they like to
Hey,
swing.
He.
And then he will stand up, half his thing,
Mhm.
and make another dex save, correct?
It's only if he ends his turn there or
Okay.
walks through it. If
So-
they're already in it,
He will.
If he walks through it, does he have to make the save?
no. It's
Oh.
if they are out of it, walk through it,
Oh,
or if they
okay.
end their turn in it.
He will stand in the doorway and draw his sword.
Okay, and he gets another wisdom save at the
Okay.
end of his turn.
Fails again. So he is still affected by it, but he is no longer in melee distance with his buddy.
Yeah.
His friend will try and get up. Oh, that hurt. Ooh. And he will move 5, 10, and move right behind his friend.
Good.
He also, though, will pull out his spear and through his friend's space attack you with it.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
She goes.
Oh,
you're gonna,
shield.
You're gonna impede the attack.
Well,
That's probably not it. Got it. That is a 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit you.
Nope.
All
I was
right.
able
So
to
it
get
kind
my
of just
armor on.
ting against your armor, and he looks at it disappointed.
I don't even
Flavrin, you're up.
hit it aside. That.
You know,
is-
if you attack the guy in front, you will possibly give him more opportunities to break his control.
Cool. Then.
you can't bless.
Because
Shield of Faith is concentration?
Yeah. Yeah. But I can channel divinity.
Yes.
Ooh, as an action, make your sword glow.
Yeah. So
And
I get a
then-
+1 to
Well,
attacks,
your sword's already.
but I get a +1.
Yeah,
Oh,
plus
okay.
1, and then
First you make it glow.
It's literally so bonus action, slash and burn, and then just
you channel divinity.
yeah.
So instead of just red and yellow and blue, like a blue halo and red and yellow fire emanating from it, now there's a white glow inside the blue halo of,
Yeah.
of heat.
It's very shiny.
I picture the
Alright.
helm hand is just like glowing a little bit.
And is that your?
That's
That's
all
an
he's
action.
gonna do.
Yeah, that's an action.
He's
to do
just
that.
like, well, we're here. Let's do it.
That's all.
Turn.
Okay. Yeah, you think the guy in back assumed since he charged forward against you, whatever is affecting him, he might have broken it. Unfortunately, looking out those helmets, very hard to see.
Yeah.
So he may not even notice that the crown is still wrapped around the other guy's head.
So it is still on his head.
It is still on his head for
Okay.
the moment.
All right.
That is... No, that was his action.
Yeah, I just-
That is you, Asher, you're up.
All right.
You have got the window unlocked.
Yeah. Open it.
All right, we'll just still call that movement.
That's fine. And then I'll turn back around and then do my hand signal for magic missile. And I'm gonna do a first level magic missile with the guy behind him.
Okay. So you're gonna
Yep.
as they fly through all the gaps and
And
that
just-
he leaves in the doorway.
Yep. So
To
3
what
missiles.
level?
Just first.
Okay.
So 3 missiles go flying at him. So it's 4, 5, 6, 8, 9.
9 points. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Burn in hell.
I probably will.
Next is. So that's it. Are you going to stay there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just so you know, what you can see out this particular window is a path that leads around the outside of the inn, probably to gardens and things in the back. There's a fountain back there because they told you about it. Go see the fountain. And then trees
Okay.
and shrubs. You don't actually see the parking lot from here, so you don't see the
Yep, that's what I was
the
hoping.
guy out there.
That's fine.
You know he's actually over here
Somewhere over there. That's fine.
And as far as you know, he's in a Leonwood's tiny hut, blissfully asleep with his ghost spectral puppy. Alright, so that's Asher's turn. Hope, you're up.
Okay, I use my action
You're
to
using-
maintain the thing.
Okay, so you're still using Crown of Madness.
Yeah. And will
Who are you going to command him to attack?
the guy behind him.
Okay, just check.
Yeah.
You might get pissed at Vlad for some reason. Get out of the way! Thank you.
And can I see the guy behind him?
He's got cover,
Yeah, but I can see him.
but you can't see him.
Okay, then I am going to tell Vladrin that I can see a weak point in the far guy's knees. So you get advantage. next time you
Your
attack
rogue
him.
skill.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a gap in his armor at the left side of
That's
his
the guy
leg.
behind him. Right?
Yeah.
You cannot move through this front guy's square.
Exactly.
You both take up way too much space.
No.
You got Misty Step, right? No?
Why
How
would
is-
you have this step?
He's not that high of a level
I know.
paladin.
I know. He doesn't even get it on the paladin path
He
he
can be
chose.
high, but not that high.
Yeah.
So. Got the advantage though.
I have the things.
Yeah.
If you want, you can just kind of prepare to dodge.
Well, on his turn.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that was,
but
I'm
that's my
sorry.
turn.
That's your turn.
yeah.
I was thinking you told him what to do so we could go.
No.
That'd be a cool
I mean,
ability.
that's great.
There is something.
Yeah,
There's-
so that's
there's
that
a
fighter ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Kaylin, you're up.
Get him, Gemma. Get him.
Can I have a dex saving throw
From
on
who?
the two of them
Whoa.
for
Both?
fairy fire?
It's not
Oh,
harmful,
but it's
so-
not a harmful
Ah,
spell.
Yeah.
That is for the one in front. That is a 15.
Passes.
Wait, is he at disadvantage in plate mail? Not
No, not
No.
for dex. It's for
Dex,
stealths.
And
And
the
the
guy
one
in back.
behind. Yep.
The guy in
Fails.
fails.
So the one that we want mostly
Yes.
at the moment.
Yeah.
And then that's my action. As my bonus action, I'm gonna have the thing move up, and I'm going to
Club him
hit
in the back.
him.
Oh, so the bound fists go. I didn't even try.
See, I don't trust you.
That is a 19.
Total?
Yes.
That's what you need.
Sweet.
You get me every time though.
Not bad. Not bad. 9.
9 points. Okay.
9. Force damage.
All right.
That's
so
my turn.
That is He's starting to look. You can see the guy in the back. The helmet is starting to turn like. Why are they concentrating on me?
This doesn't make any
What did
sense.
I do?
No, you mow him down.
So that's Caitlin's turn. This guy will go. I don't mean to do it. And swing his great sword.
At
heavily
advantage.
At advantage on his friend.
Fuck that guy.
Oh,
That'll
but
hit.
at advantage.
If
If he
he gets the
crits.
crit,
Oh, dang, that would have been hilarious. He crits on his own man.
just kills him.
But that is
That'd be so
2d6
brutal.
for a great sword,
Yep.
plus his little bonuses.
Ooh.
And if he has great
You
weapon.
can see his heart's not in it.
His heart's done.
Well, does he have great weapon fighting style?
Yeah, I don't think you can make him attack all out. He just has
Yeah,
to
technically,
attack.
It just says make a melee attack.
make
so
a
it's
melee
not-
attack.
You get
And
to
the
choose.
wording on
Yeah, it's
that
not like
ability.
dominate. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like dominate person.
Yeah.
He's not actually on your side.
Yeah.
But I thought we got him to be so cool with us.
Nope.
No,
But yeah, so technically, yeah. You
I
know.
just gave him a fun hat.
And the wording you met.
Hope apparently really likes hats.
Hats.
Seeing that
How
hat.
to disguise.
Okay.
Is that what you wanted?
But-
You wanted how to disguise?
Yeah.
Spear wielding plate mail
Good save.
Vasilius character goes down.
Oh, the other guy goes down? Oh.
Awesome.
Good job, team.
That guy gets a save at the end of his turn.
Yes. That is not going to do it. He is still affected.
Keep
However,
attacking your friend. He's a corpse.
We're gonna have to attack him now.
Yeah, I was gonna drop him that way. I just won't use my action to maintain it.
I'm trying to figure out what he's
That would
going to
come
do.
out
He will.
Because he already uses action.
Yeah.
So if he wants to leave,
All he has left essentially is movement and bonus actions
Correct.
and reactions.
correct. And reactions are not on his turn.
Right. So he is going to. He can't really push past you. He's going to attempt to. No, that's an action too.
God, that sort of just eats their action. That's so mean.
Now, do you have to maintain line of sight for that?
Nope.
Concentration. Yep.
Concentration. Okay. He will go down over here and pick up, drops his sword, trades it out for the spear.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
But he did fail his save. But he will step out
Yeah.
and, avoiding the grease,
Yep, I was going to say.
go over here.
Okay.
Actually, he's going to get as
Doesn't
far
he-
away from your spiritual weapon as he can.
But he
not
does
that
provoke attack of opportunity from both of them.
Yeah.
So can I use my spiritual? Because I have Warcaster.
No, it's
No.
No,
You can
but
cast
you
a
can
But
cantrip.
you can
cast a
cast a
spell.
cantrip. So
No,
you could.
just as a spell.
Oh, you
You
cast
could
a
you
spell.
could 9th level magic missile
Yeah.
or something.
So
you
could
have.
I technically use spiritual weapon or
No.
No.
Because that's a
Okay.
separate spell.
But you
Don't
can-
have to
Bonus
cast a
action.
spell.
Then-
No advantage on
You could
him.
toll the dead. You could do.
Why would you have advantage on
I
it?
said no advantage.
No.
Yeah, no advantage.
I'm gonna do
That first one was caught. So.
Exactly.
Sacred Flame, so I'm gonna need to make a dex save.
Okay. No.
Hey, 2s are in.
Say D8, right?
You're like, and he goes, and he gets hit by the sacred flame. He like jumps right into it.
Oh, 6.
6 points of damage.
Yeah, radiant damage.
Got it. All right. So that was both of your attacks of opportunity. Now it is,
Ladrin?
Kaylin's turn. Did you go?
She went.
Yeah, both of
Yeah.
them.
Oh, that's right. It was bad guy's turn.
Because we all go, bad guy, and then him.
So it is your turn, Vladimir. What would you like to do?
The
Yeah,
grease is
follow.
not in the door, right?
No, it is not.
5, 10, 15, 25. Would that be?
Yep.
Yeah.
At this point,
Diagonal.
you also see two bleary-eyed people who appear to work at the inn
Well, they're not gonna want to see
coming down the hall.
Okay, I'm gonna.
This is not what they're wearing. So they are not the blood cultists. These are just two immediate.
As Vladrin's going to try and cut this guy in half, he's gonna shout out intruders so they know.
They both kind of walk around the corner, kind of like
Like,
one's
just like-
one's rubbing his eyes, the other one's scratching.
Right,
the
it's just like,
woman's like
"Intruders!"
scratching back here, going.
Oh,
They're
fucking
both wearing
advantage.
definitely like pajama-like material.
20 to hit.
Total? That's what
yeah.
you need. Yeah. Oh, I mean, no, that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2
I like the bars back.
Yeah, me too.
and throw a smite in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him,
One.
get him, boy.
Somebody's a little
Oh, the
upset.
smite was shit. That's 1 radiant.
Tom
it's-
doesn't appreciate you calling his power shit.
It's 2d8. 1d8 plus 1 per spell level.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so total of 4 or 5 radiant. So 5 radiant, 7 or 8 fire, and
Wow.
5.
And don't forget, you get to add the. Is it to hit or to damage?
Only to attack rolls.
Okay.
So this
Um,
doesn't say I have to
Plus 12 slashing.
Wow. That is a solid thwack you have
Yeah.
applied to this gentleman.
And
He
then
does not look terribly happy about it.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
It just
bonus
it's like,
action.
There's just marker here. It's just
It
Here.
doesn't say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have gone.
Now I was thinking about this earlier because this does since for
Yes.
Furball because they
Yes.
disappear a lot. Is it just the light source disappears, but the effects of it are seen? So it's basically just this invisible orb that's like emitting this light.
the spell is actually akin to invisibility.
Yeah,
Yes.
and everything I'm holding becomes invisible too.
Yes.
So,
So, technically,
like-
the light source is there. It's like in video games where you
Yeah.
have invisible light sources.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or and it's like that in
Yeah.
this game. It's
Yeah.
ambient light now.
Yeah.
But you are effectively
The
invisible.
cool part is
now.
if he doesn't disengage,
Yeah,
attack
exactly.
about opportunity at advantage because you're invisible.
All
Yep.
right. So Vladrin's done. Asher, what would you like to do? He is out of sight.
Fuck, we can't let him get away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm a peek around the corner, and I'm gonna send a second level magic missile at him.
I thought you were gonna ice knife. I was like, this motherfucker.
He's learned.
I thought you were gonna cheese it because like.
So 5, 6,
nice.
7. 5. So 14 force damage.
Nice. All right.
It's just,
Not as good as your scorching rays from last week.
and
but
then
still
I'm gonna
good.
take a 5-foot step backwards,
Okay. So you run up.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get out of the way.
and then just step back.
Okay. So that is your turn, Asher. Hope you're up.
Okay, I can't see it, but it just needs to hear me because I start whispering to it, and I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. Are you maintaining the song?
I'm maintaining the song, but I'm casting Dissonant Whispers through the.
So canceling out the Crown of Madness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have it. He has disadvantage on his
Yes.
saving throws.
And it is a Wisdom saving throw.
You know that song? I was like, man,
That's not going to do it.
I'm just picturing
Yep.
That might have.
that.
So, that is 3d6.
And he will run, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He will take full tilt.
That's not bad.
Does he provoke attacks of opportunity?
Okay,
will.
so that is 13 psychic and
Oh.
must use its reaction if available to move its as far as its feet will allow away from me.
Okay, so he will.
But it will
Wait,
provoke.
it's reaction.
Yeah.
So his reaction means it happens immediately.
I got a 22 to hit.
25. That hits. And
I will.
30, and he kind of like runs into these two,
I'm gonna dump
they're
another
kinda like-
smite.
but
so-
they're all kind of in the same square.
Yeah.
Doing a smiting.
5, 8 radiant plus 8 fire plus 17 slashing.
Good.
So 8, 8, and 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just.
25.
And I become visible
33.
again.
Yeah. 8 and 17.
8, 8, and 17.
8. I heard 8.
Wow. As he turns to run, you drive your longsword across his back. You hear the armor split and rent underneath the attack, and leave this massive trail of blood as he comes almost to his knees when he finally reaches the end of his thing, and you can see he hasn't got a whole lot left.
Okay.
He barely manages to get back up to his feet at the end of his run. They kind of like
Is it one of those things where he drops to one knee and then
Well, he kind of like, you can see he's kind of like in the midst of falling all the way that 30 feet as he's running, and he kind of just goes to one knee and then starts to
because he has the
stand back
spear
up
too, right?
very slowly.
Yeah.
Alright. That's my turn. It's Kaylin's turn.
Kaylin, what would you like to
I'm
do?
gonna run out there.
Where?
to the grace.
Up there?
Yeah.
Or do you want to get next to...
I'm just like, excuse me, Vadrin, and move around.
So you kind of looks like... and you step past him.
Yeah, so I could.
5, 10, 15, 20. You can actually 5, 10, 15. You can still move to here if you want.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, he's good.
He's gonna make it. I think that is a 15.
Yeah. Damn it! And then I'm gonna make my little hand just move.
Kind of get closer.
5, 10, 15, 20. It's right in front.
Okay, so it's his turn.
He's not Crown of Madness anymore.
He turns to you and does something to himself.
Oh.
He kind of like leaning on the spear will
No.
hold his chest and is not as badly injured as he once was.
Damn.
Like
He says,
He says a prayer to a dark god. You do not recognize the language or the names he invokes.
oh, that's blasphemy.
You can't be sure of that, actually.
He doesn't care.
technically, it's
I
only
don't
blasphemy if
think
it's against
so.
your
I think
god.
past-
not-
It's against my god.
But that is... and then he will...
Because
as
it's an
a
action.
bonus,
Yeah.
as a bonus action, he points at you and gives you a very serious helmet down at you.
Helmet glare.
And you can
Turn
see
the glare.
the spear goes and shines.
Oh.
I'm just happy to see me.
Yeah,
It is
that
very
spirit is
good.
very happy to see you.
It's like
Um,
a bee stinger.
You could say it's
you're
throbbing.
before the two people down the hall, so who are looking very confused.
Mm-hmm.
You're within 30 feet.
Go attack him.
Go
You-
get him, big
Is it
boy.
my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that went real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have your channel divinity up.
Yeah,
You're
this is
invisible until you...
No,
You
I
popped
made
it
an
because he made the
attack
attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did the
he
attack.
popped, okay.
Yeah, so he
5,
popped.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not going to block Kalen.
You're gonna...
And he's not in combat with him, so that wouldn't be a flank.
Nope.
No.
And I'm out of smites.
Technically, they are showing aggression at the moment.
Oh, they are?
But they have to. The rules do say melee combat, correct?
I remember it saying melee combat.
Yeah, okay. So
like
not
engaged.
effectively, they will have advantage.
Yeah.
This guy over here, if he decides to do something, will have
Some
advantage,
punching.
but you don't.
He
Yeah.
decides to do something stupid.
Oh.
Come on, 20, big boy.
11.
Not enough.
See, I said 20. You need to try.
So you
You
clang
do. By
against
the
his
way,
armor.
you still have your inspiration,
Yeah.
but he already declared
I
that
did.
it missed.
I already,
Yeah.
And you can't roll enough inspiration to hit on that.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think, what was the total?
It would be a 17 with a 6.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So that was Vladim's turn. This
After. Oh.
guy
Yeah,
back
right at the
here will bring his boot up between the legs
Go and
of
kick.
the person.
I hope that's what kills him.
At
That would be the
advantage.
worst. You know how how stolen that would be?
I don't care. That'd be hilarious.
Just
Natural
groin.
20.
He
Natural
Dick,
20
successfully
dick.
hits.
dick kick.
Basically, you see this slippered shoe come up between his legs from behind. It doesn't kill him.
This is just the elven. It's the elven person,
That'd be
right?
a lot.
No, it's one of the staff. It's just
Oh, they're-
human.
Oh yeah.
Still,
there was
just
an
some
elf,
human.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The owner was enough,
Okay, that's what I was.
or at
wondering.
least the current management.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that will do.
Ha.
The doesn't cause much of a reaction, but it's the
The kink.
clank, and then the woman down the hall next to him will kind of yeah, why not? She's gonna try and grapple it.
Dang.
Brave.
Ass staff. They need a raise.
I think he's gonna break that. He just kind of
They need a tip.
yeah. She kind of like tries to grab him and kind of lock him down. And he just goes. That is their actions. Asher, you're up.
Here we go. Boop. Peek around the corner again, and then same incantations, and just incantations. Jesus, for another second level magic missile.
Alright.
Come on, baby. There we go. So that's
Do it
10.
again. Do it again.
Come on, let's do 20. No. 15, 16, 17. 17 force damage.
Alright. Seemingly most of the benefits he reaped from healing himself has now disappeared. Next is...
Oh, and then I'm going to scoot back.
Hope.
Can't see him, but I can hear combat.
And you're still playing the music.
I'm still playing the music. Okay. I am gonna end the song though. Yeah, because there's nothing I can do.
Right.
And okay, so move my 30.
So you
Into
throw
the
the...
hole.
You stand up, the leer drops on the floor. Clang!
25. 30 there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do another Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, he's not at disadvantage
No.
anymore. Still not going to make it, I don't think. That's an 11.
Nope.
That was wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For 10 psychic damage. Has to run away from me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he will provoke an attack of opportunity as he bulldozes past these.
That's an advantage
folks.
now, right? Because he kicked him?
Yeah, we'll give it to you.
Good. Damn it. No. Alright. That's 11 plus 8. That's 19.
That's what you needed.
Woo!
Wow.
Smite him.
Alright, I can't.
Smite him.
I already used them, and I used my armor
You
fit.
remember Hope saying you got this, and you're like,
I feel like this
I
is
do
the
got
moment.
this.
I do.
This is the moment. Our time. Down here. That's gonna be, it's plus,
are you going to smite him as well?
I can't. I'm out of
No,
spell slots.
okay.
That is 4, 5, 6 slashing, and 7 fire. Right into
13.
Mm-hmm.
He takes 3 steps past. This woman gets pushed against the wall. This kind of like falls into the corner as he makes it about this far before he goes first into the hallway.
Alright.
And a quiet fills in the
Yeah.
room until the gentleman who got knocked up in the corner goes, "What the fuck is going on out here? Who are these assholes?"
Well,
I don't know. They just were trying to rob us.
How did they get in?
Well, that's a question that you should be asking you.
You just put all of our lives in danger.
You need
because
better
you didn't
security
knock us
here.
out.
They just
Is
came
this
up to
an
a room.
You were trying to sell us that insurance very hard. Is this some sort of racket?
Hey, I just work here, people.
I would like to speak to your manager.
Well, yeah, if you want to awaken.
Oh,
Actually,
Asher.
after all that mess, he's probably awake, and he points to this door right here and goes, have at it. And these two kind of like start, she immediately starts going over to that one, and this one will head over here to see what kind of damage is done.
Don't touch anything on them.
You guys said she kind of like starts lifting up his
Detect magic.
his whatchamacallit, the scraps that are attached to the armor, and like looking around to see if he's got stuff. You can tell they're very opportunistic.
I'm gonna be like, those might be cursed. You might not want to
Make a
Just-
phrasing.
grab
I
it.
go get the lyre, put it back
Okay.
in its case,
mm.
and then sit down because I am exhausted.
Yes, you kind of go. It's only one level, so you're not like
Yeah.
Dying.
you're not even at disadvantage for anything.
Just ability checks.
Ability checks.
You're
Yeah.
just kind of like.
11.
Yeah.
You didn't blow yourself up.
She
this
goes
time.
cursed
It
and
was
backs
very
away
great.
about 4 feet.
Yeah.
It went well.
Uh,
It went well.
Okay. Detect magic, I'm assuming.
The armor and the spear,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah.
There is a belt around his waist that also glows.
Ah, okay.
I want it.
You can also turn and take a few steps down the hallway and check out the other guy.
Yeah.
The armor, the great sword laying on the ground next to him, and also a belt on him glows.
Gotcha, okay.
They both glow with the same type of magic.
Okay.
We didn't even destroy any
Yes.
property.
No, we got lucky.
I mean, the worst we did is I greased the hallway.
Yeah,
But even then,
that'll
that
dissipate.
dissipates
As you
after a
can
minute.
just kind of.
No.
it's
Nope,
permanent?
it is stuck for a minute. No ifs, ands, or buts, unless it's
But I mean,
dispelled.
by now it's.
The both belts glow with conjuration type magic.
Ooh. I don't know.
Do the conjuration.
Yeah,
wizard.
but I haven't, used identify.
Usher,
Yeah,
obviously the spear, we've seen one like
right. That's the seeking
And
spear.
the armors,
Right,
there's a
once
couple of
again.
belts
It's
on
very
it.
good that we didn't. I hate those spears.
Yeah, he was ready to
I'm
stab
going to go
me
ahead
through
and
with that.
move off of combat here.
That would have been very bad.
Right, of course. Let's.
We'd have magic scars.
I think the good idea would
Let's
be.
not make that our thing.
Let's get the bodies in one of
Your
our
scar
rooms.
buddies.
We don't need to reenact Lethal Weapon.
No. That sounds good.
Let's get the bodies in one room, and then we can start identifying
Now,
and
you
everything.
know you're the only guests in the inn,
Right.
but you're also pretty sure all the rest of the doors are locked.
That's fine. We'll
No,
just
just pull them in our
pull
room.
them in our room.
Okay.
Alright.
Eventually, the manager does come out, look at what's going on in here, and go kind of just goes. It looks like he just came to see if the rooms were damaged.
No property damage.
And we're fine.
They
And he
could.
goes, "That's important," and he walks away.
Noted. Well, so yeah, I would do the 10-minute ritual
You
for
can
each
see
item.
now he regrets having you as guests at his inn.
That sucks.
Maybe you should have better security.
We regret coming here.
I'm gonna give him only 2 stars on Yelp. Fuck this guy.
Ye old Yelp.
Yeah.
Ye old Yelp.
Attacked by otherworldly
Yeah.
demonic warriors, 2 stars.
Great baths, though.
Right, that's- you gotta always do the compliment sandwich.
All right. So you're pretty sure, yeah, the armor is effectively what you're wearing.
Yeah.
So are the spears. It's almost like they're mass-produced somewhere. They are exact duplicates except for the colors.
Like
We can have
dragons
one
of
for each
lightning.
day of the week.
In other games, yes. That's I handed out a bunch of javelins of lightning in another game. So.
Which we
Which,
never use.
in all fairness,
Never
you didn't even hand them out.
you
They
just
were
found them.
they were
everywhere.
randomly generated every time as we leveled.
Zeus got really bored
He
one day.
he
You just kind of like.
I like
all
to
over the
imagine he
world.
got a little drunk and just knocked over his quiver, and they just all spilt out. Anywho.
However, so yeah, in addition to that, there's some loose coin. Looks like probably just enough to like get an inn for a day, rent a room, maybe rent a, something like that. Basically, they didn't look like they were prepared to stay long. They both are desiccated figures under the armor, similar to the dwarf and the other human that you fought earlier, previously. They look like a group. They were both human.
Okay. Well, as much as I really hate doing this every time, we probably should once again.
So did you do identify?
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is while I'm
Oh.
doing the ritual.
Hope is like just kind of laying on the bed, muttering in Sylvan about stupid planeswalkers, stupid liars, stupid bards.
I can't wait until this is all done.
The great sword is just a simple plus one great sword.
This is just as a very sharp great sword.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else is what you already know.
Right. What about the belts?
Oh, the belts have similar enchantments to them, except for they're permanent as your goldfish.
Ooh.
They seem to be triggers for a type of teleportation magic that is a little beyond you with them.
I take both belts. I don't say a word.
No, these are important.
Yep.
I better protect these.
Yep. It's conjuration. It's a
Yeah.
bit above my level. I'm gonna have to do some research to really figure it out.
I figured you'd be into that.
I hate wizards.
Hey, get the spell. Oh wait, that's right. You're a cleric.
You do realize also they would have require attunement to be active.
That's fine.
Unlike your goldfish, which anybody can pick up and use.
Take ritual test.
So
Yeah.
So that book you got back in,
Right. Number 4s.
yeah.
Yes. What about it?
Eventually,
Talks about
by the way, the staff will
that
ask
book.
you to remove
No,
those
no.
bodies from the
That
premises.
book is
The parking lot would be sufficient for now.
We talked
Oh,
about
I
that.
gave it away.
No, that out the windows to the garden.
Oh,
you
you
have to
were-
actually take
Oh,
them out
okay.
the front
Finished
door.
it. I was reading it 2 or 3 times and putting footnotes in it.
So we can't really learn anything new from that.
Yeah, no, it's all in
Gotcha.
here. He's asking about the dummy guy, the fool's guide to the.
Yeah, that
plans.
just gives you basically the ability to make intelligence or history rolls
Yeah.
and stuff. You're bending a paper and
Oh.
Oh well. But yeah, no, I gave that to who was-
Gary.
Gary. That's right. I gave it to Gary.
who is out in the parking lot right now.
No, that's
No, that's
M.
that's
Oh,
Alex.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You gave the planes the manual to Gary?
Yeah.
That was nice of you.
Well, because he's a horizon walker.
He's
Yeah.
a horror walker.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say a horizontal walker. I'm like, that's not right.
Lil's not bad. So yeah.
So yeah.
Lil is the nicest lady we've met in a while.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I guess we should put the armor with the rest.
Yeah, you guys have like 3 suits of this armor now. Just
Now we just need to figure out a way to
Collected.
rip the enchantments off of this armor.
Yeah.
Only if we were higher.
But where are you keeping the armor? Just in your rooms, just in stacks or in
Yeah.
bags? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had to take
'Cause,
everything out
it
of our
is
cart.
rather
up
bulky.
here. Yeah.
It's plate mail.
Yeah, it
It's
is
plate
big
mail.
stacks.
It's
of-
breastplate with
Actually, it's
interlocking
full-on
plates.
plate armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
I
wish
can't believe-
I had the strength.
Full plate.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I wanted this armor for so long, and now we're just.
now you're swimming in it.
We
I
have
could
too
wear.
much.
I could wear a different set each day of the week.
No, you'd
Right.
have to reattune to each one, though, but yeah.
It's the principle.
Well,
If only I was strong enough.
There is,
one of
like I
those
said,
effects?
another one of these spears. as well.
yeah. I'm
The
gonna
sword
take.
doesn't require attunement.
Right.
Well, it's just a +1.
And you have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have that all written down.
For
So.
the spear.
You
Yeah.
can sell it.
With all of our +1 silver daggers.
As I said. Well, let's get a full night's sleep. We leave in the morning, and then hopefully we can get rid of this whole liar business and put it behind us.
Yeah.
Because
I'm already
This is
laying
the second
in bed. like I'm laying in
So
bed
who's
while you
going to
guys
do
are
the
doing
job
this.
of chucking the bodies out?
me.
I can help.
Yeah, it would take more than just
I'll
you.
do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I struggle.
So you
I can-
you drag the bodies out.
I
The-
assume I can just throw them over
The
the shoulders,
staff
right?
looks a
She
little
can't
upset
have
about the
another
blood
rest.
trails all up and down the hallways.
I'll clean up the blood trails.
How?
I'll
Oh
ask
no!
for a
If you
mop.
Oh, okay.
if you say
Can we
so,
just
I
ask
would
them for
come
bed
and
sheets
press
before we-
Oh.
We can just ask him for something to wrap him up in.
They're not giving you their bed sheets to wrap up.
Yeah,
the
if
body.
Alright,
anything-
it's that or the
No,
blood.
like if you guys, if I hear them talking about
Because you've got
blood trails, I'd be like, fine,
Get
and
up.
like come
And then-
up and just
How much of their weight
sing a little
combined
cleaning song.
of both their corpses? Maybe what, 230 pounds? Saying they're
Actually,
115.
these are pretty big dudes.
Right, but they're completely desiccated and like all
Yeah,
moisture
it
removed.
probably would have been about 350 pounds.
So they'd probably be about like what, with just all skin, bone, and what's left of their muscle, they'd be like 120, 130? Under 500
they're
pounds,
about
I'm getting.
170 each, 180.
Cool.
in there.
I'll do the ritual for tensors. Make the disc because it's a 5-foot diameter and this is a 10-foot hallway. And we'll just toss the bodies on that.
Oh, and then you'll drag them out.
Are they?
Prestidigitize the
Just pick
blood
'em up.
spots.
No,
You
it's
could,
just,
but
he's
you
trying to stop blood pools.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
it.
smart.
Yeah.
So
Being actually
you-
nice to people.
you take them out, so they just get to work cleaning the hallway.
Yep.
Well, I would come out and do prestidigitation.
Right, the hallway. So you
The
don't have to
hallway.
do the
little
whole
bit.
drag all the way out.
Like
Yeah.
where they fell, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
All right,
And
so
that was the story of how we
So-
cleaned up the blood.
they got mops and stuff ready, but then you start magicking the blood away clean.
We've done this before.
You could say we're pretty good at cleaning up bodies. And then
Actually, the one of the staff goes, "Oh, you could make a good living at that in some circles."
It's not actually a thing.
it is.
Everywhere we
very
go,
much a
people are
thing.
trying to get us to not adventure.
we apparently have a lot of other marketable
Why
skills.
don't you settle down, get a trade?
Yeah,
You're not gonna just get famous.
Get a
Who
job.
are you, my mother?
You can get a job as a cleaner.
who are you?
Adventuring
His
is
mother?
like going to Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be an adventurer. Okay.
But yeah, and then this time I'll bonfire the bodies.
Okay,
Instead of-
when you drag them out, M comes out of his magic bubble and it drops as he goes, "Oh, what the hell happened?"
Oh, hey.
Well, it's good to see that you were a lot of help. It's not your fault. You weren't inside. We got attacked by some of the plate mill guys.
Who are these
Julius.
guys?
The armored people.
Oh, just like from Daggerfall.
Right. 2 of them this time.
So Lady Morrowind was right to be worried.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're following us.
Yeah, they're following us.
Oh, you mean worried about us?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
She's sharp, that one.
Yeah.
She is.
But the thing is, they didn't really go after anything else. They only went for us, so they
Right.
probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Unless they have other goals that we don't know about.
And then while I'm just
But
kind of
yeah,
like while we're talking,
I don't.
I'll make a small little like pit, do the ritual for unseen servant, throw out a shovel, and have it dig a hole,
All right.
Take your own grave.
and then
You do it fairly close to the building, or you move out of ways.
50 feet away,
All right.
kind of like into the semi like wilderness.
No burning
Make
corpses.
an intelligence,
within
or
20
make
feet of this
a
building.
perception check.
That's not bad. 16.
Yeah. While you move about 50 so feet, you're still off the road, but like the other side of the parking lot, and you get your unseen servant out there with a shovel, and he starts. You're just kind of looking around, just wandering out there with it.
My passive's 15.
All right.
I'm not.
This is
All
not
the way
a.
out
This
there.
is definitely an active perception.
Okay.
Okay.
roll. You're looking around, and then you notice. Are those like 4 or 5 other old graves over on the other side of this parking lot over there?
I'll stop, and then I'll have my unseen servant start digging those up,
Maybe.
and I start digging them up.
All right. So you give up digging
Yeah.
this one, and you're gonna go look at
Yeah, I'm
what
like,
look like
What's in
it
grave
looks
number
like-
1?
Looks like 4 or 5 other unmarked graves.
Yeah.
At the other side of this parking lot.
Uh-huh. While digging it up, I'm gonna summon Vincent, and I'm gonna be like, Vincent, I think you might need to go get the rest of the group. We might have a bit of a mass unmarked graves back here.
Only 5 of them.
That's what?
We've
How
done more
Vincent
than those.
responds? It's only 5, Asher.
Yeah.
It's only 5.
That's dark, Vincent. Very dark. But yes, please go get the others and bring them out here for me.
All right. So,
I am awake.
Right, but you see Vincent walk up to the front door and scratch at it for about 15 minutes before one of the servants let him in.
Yeah.
And then he makes it over to your door. You see Hope's asleep on her bed, and you open the door, and there's Vincent. And he goes and points down the hall.
You were exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was not
Are you
quiet
like-
about that fact either.
I would let her sleep.
All right. You're
And
gonna
then,
follow
wow.
Vincent.
I'm just. Vladrin's basically just like, and then I took him down with a swing. He's just.
You're talking
Regale
to
to
the
M.
staff.
And,
No, to
I'm-
M.
Oh, to
and
M.
M doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But he does
No,
not care.
actually, M's fairly interested.
Oh, cool. Then he's. Oh, yeah. That's exactly. He's like, I just want to tell somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming eventually you come down, and then Vincent's like,
Yep, grabs you second. Yep. And then I kind of wave in the distance.
So,
Oh,
in the
what's
time
that?
it takes you to get them, you've made pretty good on one of these graves.
Okay.
what's this?
Your unseen servant goes, clink, hit something that sounds like stone or bone.
I have it dig it out.
You just see a shovel going. Are you peeking over it? You see old bones.
Vincent, look. Cute toy.
Vincent goes,
No, Vincent. I was a person once. But yeah, old
We
bones.
don't know
old
yet.
bone.
Old bones.
Hard to tell exactly how old, but the grave itself is it's an old grave. The only reason you notice is because the dirt was slightly piled higher than the rest of the area, in between trees and shrubs.
Where
And-
it looked like a good place to bury a body because I went over there to bury a body. Yeah. There's 5 of these.
5.
Yeah.
Are they all? Were they all dug at the same time?
I can't ask the dirt. Can you ask the dirt?
No, you can't.
Why don't we look at the dirt? This is just the most condescending. Just
What are
It's
you
the
trying to
middle
do,
of
a
the night and
survival
everyone's
check?
cranky.
or investigation,
Okay.
whatever.
It
to-
is next to impossible to tell how exactly old these graves are.
Okay.
So
Or
then you
any-
just-
The dirt was not loose by any
Okay.
means,
No distinguishing factors that they learned from the 20.
other than the fact that there are bones underneath it, and you can't even really tell humanoid.
Could be a pterodactyl.
I hate you so much.
I don't even know what that is.
Could be a hand wings. Those are around.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great archaeological find.
Yeah.
Probably
So,
not that.
Only thing is,
Hope's blissfully
I mean-
asleep in the room.
you're not strong enough to talk to the dead, are you yet?
So maybe, I don't know, after a few more fights, I might be able to unlock certain powers.
I feel like after the fight is the best time to talk to your god about getting some raises.
Getting a raise.
Yeah.
It's
to
time
do, Banner?
for a
I pumped
promotion.
that guy real good.
Time for a promotion.
Yeah. Well, we can't really talk to the dead right now. But
But
can we do?
you could add these 2 bodies to this now open grave if you want. I mean, you already dug it.
Yeah.
We could keep their skulls if you want
Yeah,
to.
we'll take the one skull of this one and figure out who he was or they were, and see how they were slain if they knew.
Can I look at the
I
bodies?
feel like asking the
And the
people
skulls
who
and stuff,
own the
tent.
building right next to the place where
It's
the building.
very difficult.
where the
You
bodies
are
were buried,
hardly
they might know
a
something.
Right,
Ig-
but we're the
forensic
ones that buried the
anthropologist.
body.
Yeah. Can I roll medicine
You can.
at disadvantage because I don't
As
have
in
it?
if maybe
You don't have medicine?
remember
I
the
don't.
thing that came and attacked Hope
Um,
and all of us?
Just a
Like
straight
a-
wisdom.
And I pull
roll
out the
or
doppelganger.
investigation
mine.
check if you want, but your,
I-
How many
your,
people are in the?
thing's going to be very different.
I'll
Well, I've seen
prefer
this
wisdom.
Divine sense doesn't find shape changers.
Nope.
Yeah, they're bones.
They're bones.
So
There's
that's what I
enough
was
there to make
thinking.
a
Yep.
whole human, you
But
think?
I didn't want to.
Or a whole person?
Like, roll to
I
see
know how
if
to
I've
deal
got
with
you.
life,
that.
not graves.
Huh?
I've got a splinter and I can't see it.
Oh.
I'm going to go.
We're speculating about the whole inn being doppelgangers.
Sure.
creatures of any shape changing.
I have no idea how they died either.
As I said, it's something that we're probably going to have to use divine magic to find out.
Yes. I know
Yeah.
how to deal with life, not graves.
That's fine.
Not the type of cleric I am.
No,
No, I understand.
I'm honestly all tapped on magic as well.
I'm pretty close as well. So what I'll do is I'll toss these two guys in here. I'll bonfire for about 10-15 minutes until they're nice and charred and crisp, and then put the dirt back in and head in. If you guys want, you can head back in. I'll meet you in the room. You guys go get some rest.
Okay.
I can stay here and
Oh, you're all good?
yeah.
Oh, well then.
I
Never
was gonna
mind.
say if she didn't, if they were undead. I don't want you getting ambushed out here, Asher.
It's fine.
M goes, hey.
I can see better in the dark than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So?
Well, to be honest, the last time we got attacked, you didn't know.
It's alright. It's no fault of his own. Don't hold it against him. It's alright, Em. You tried your best.
You throw a rock at him when he's not looking.
No.
If you're gonna, Well, we're all going to sleep, so.
Well, you can
Good
go to
night.
sleep. I'm gonna finish out here and I'll join you.
Okay, so do you drop the bodies in?
Yep, and then just bonfire until it's just ash left.
Okay. You collected the skull off of.
Of the corpse that was already in there.
Okay.
I gotta fucking note all these goddamn skulls.
I
Do
mean,
you want me to keep it?
Please. I'm just
Yeah.
holding,
Put him on a belt.
right?
I wouldn't approve of that.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm not going to.
I mean, you do now have a necromancer spellbook.
I know, I'm only one quick push away from just start raising dead.
But, so you all return to your rooms.
Yeah.
Try and get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. I re-alarm our room.
In the morning, the staff is less conciliatory toward you, less friendly, but they do still offer you breakfast, but they ask if you would please vacate the premises as soon as possible.
I'm giving them shifty looks.
Oh no! In all fairness, I would raise a stink that we were the ones attacked in our own beds in their establishment. What kind of establishment is this?
Oh yeah, I would totally do the same thing.
I'd
Okay.
mention insurance scam.
While you're having this conversation, the owner does eventually, and manager, the elf gentleman who was your host for the evening, will try and ask you to step aside.
Uh-oh.
Just him?
Just him.
I need Vincent with you. And I go, sure. Hold Vincent.
As you're leaving, I pat you. I was like, "You got this, Asher.
Vincent just
Doing great." You get inspiration.
Just awkwardly holding dog.
holding it under its front legs.
Yeah.
And Vincent's just like back legs are kicking.
Yeah.
I'll take Vincent from you and like cuddle him.
So yeah.
Alright, so he takes you to one of the unoccupied rooms
Alright.
Oh.
and will point at it, something on the floor. And it is you can see all the furniture in the room looks like it was suddenly thrust against the walls. Some of it broke.
Okay.
Somewhere in the middle rooms of the inn.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see is the remnants of a fading teleportation circle. And he asks you if you know anything about it. And then he clubs you on the back. No, I'm kidding.
Investigation. Ah,
I
fuck it.
totally
I'll
just
burn it.
pictured that like, oh,
Jesus.
can you get that down there?
16.
Alright.
That's not bad.
And he says, I'm not familiar with magic, but this looks like some kind of arcane symbol. I know you, amongst your party, are the arcane practitioner. I've heard you talk enough.
Yeah. And then, if it's symbols I don't recognize in a language, I would burn a spell slot to comprehend languages.
Okay, it is, in fact, a teleportation symbol. Similar to the ones that Tom Pack and Siliqui have used,
So, someone dipped out of here.
or dipped in.
Because we don't know how they got in.
That's true.
This doesn't look like a permanent teleportation circle. It looks like, almost like, what was your investigation roll?
16.
Maybe some kind of like landing pad that is now dissolving and disappearing.
Do I recognize the symbols, or are the symbols fading?
They're
Or-
fading. You might be able to gather some of them in your memories,
Okay.
but you don't have a. It was already starting to fade when you got there.
Okay.
But there's a chance this is where Facilius came in.
Okay. Then I go. No, you're right. It is quite similar to a some kind of teleportation circle.
And it says, "Should I be worried?"
Honestly, no. Whatever these armored gentlemen are, they're after our group. So as soon as we vacate, shouldn't be getting any more.
And it says, "Huh? Is this something I should take precautions against?"
It wouldn't hurt. I know there's a few spells about divine magic I don't really know yet, but I know can prevent things from entering. See a hedge wizard or something like
I'll
that.
speak to the owner.
There you go. Well, just a thought.
That's it. That's all I wanted.
That's fine. And then we'll skedaddle do.
All right. So you pack up the wagon.
Yeah, with our 3 sets now. 4. Well,
He's wearing
yeah. So 3 empty sets.
of armor. It's kind
2
of like tucked under the benches of your wagon.
Yeah.
Wait, did we have an extra one already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we
From
gave
last
that
week.
to the.
No. We kept that
They
one.
had one as well.
They already had one.
Yeah.
They had the red one. We had the
No,
blue
they
one.
had the gray one.
They have
The
the
gray
gray.
We don't have
one.
the red
we
one.
haven't came across the red one yet. That's what it is.
Yeah, you have the blue one.
Yeah.
As soon as you find a red one.
As soon as we find a red one, just kill him indiscriminately. We're taking your armor.
Or just be like, yo, dude,
Do you want to trade?
I like that limited edition.
The limited edition red.
So
it's really fitting
That
with
hot
our
rod,
aesthetic.
right?
you're getting a late start.
Yeah.
Breakfast, discussing extra sleep required for late night interruptions. But you get back on the road again. The road is a lot cleaner than the trade road you took to here. You can see at about the, well, you're familiar. Maybe not so much, but you're familiar. You've made the trek to the head family's home on numerous occasions, so you're quite well prepared to see the road as it is.
I imagine I would have accompanied you at least once.
I probably took you once when we were younger because
Yeah.
I didn't want to go alone. But
Come on, family vacation home.
yeah, it'd be great. It's like a summer home. So
But so you're very close. Around shortly after noon, the sun's directly overhead. You can start to see and smell the town you're approaching, where Waterdeep is clean in some parts.
yeah,
What you're smelling now is like the absence of porter.
yeah.
It almost smells like they freshen the air in the town, and it's slowly drifting out of the town.
To
in
a
your
big
area.
Febreze.
Yeah, or there's lots of potpourri just. And you come around a bend in the road, and there is the town, which is your goal today.
I like to imagine they had someone permanently enchant like one of those high-level illusion spells that can do scents and smells, and they're just like all around the town, just to dispense this illusion magic of that smell.
Like a
It
little.
wouldn't even need to be a high level. You could just have enchanted prestidigitation.
But that's only 5 feet. I'm saying the big
Yeah.
ones, the ones
Oh.
that are like the 20, 30 foot.
As
Yeah.
you enter the town of Amphail, though, guards dressed very well in Waterdavian palace palatial guard attire start approaching your wagon.
Before we would have gotten there, I would have asked them, like, I don't need a change.
But let Asher and I do the talking.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, when they get
Are you just in the back of the wagon? Your
Yeah.
horse is tied up to the back of it? Or...
I'd
be
actually be
riding.
riding.
Okay.
and then I'd just be sitting next to him. So when the guards come up, I tell
They're,
them,
they're not threatening,
Right.
but you can see this is standard. They pretty
Yeah.
much accost everybody who walks
Yeah.
into the town.
no. And so as soon as they notice us and what is it called? Tag us, I guess. I'll tell him to slow down, and
Okay.
then I wave,
They approach
and then
on foot.
yeah, I'll not get off the wagon, but like you know how like you can stand and then be like leaning off of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be like, "Hello, member of the Red Glade family,
Oh, of course.
and companions. We have a rendezvous point with one of our
You hear just faintly, and you see you're in the wagon. M off the back of the wagon.
I'm
Disappear.
on a horse.
oh, horse.
So you both.
Yeah.
M kind of quickly ducks out the back of the wagon and disappears from sight as he hits the ground.
I just swear in Sylvan, just under my breath, just fucker.
Yeah, as I said, I'm Red Glade, here to rendezvous with our benefactor, patron.
You're not the only Red Glade in town these days.
Right, I know the main family's here. Do we have any other visitors at the Red Glade estate?
No, that's not what he meant.
Oh.
I meant like there must be some sort of family
Oh,
reunion
because there's
with
more
you
Red
folk.
Glades have came in. Okay, that's what I was saying.
I kind of send you a message like, ooh, I wonder if Mummy's here.
Oh, don't threaten me. Oh, I'll make sure to.
On your way then. But
Thank you.
Your staff, I suppose, is welcome in Amphail. One of them gives you a weird look.
I look
But
very
they-
haughty.
Yeah. But they let you in.
I perfect the Water Davian better than you look.
It's true. It does have a look you gotta perfect.
Just like the fake accent.
Hey, you all.
But they let you in.
Yeah.
And you're familiar with the town. It's a big town.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, no Waterdeep. It's no Baldur's Gate. But it is made up almost exclusively of rich people's homes and servants' quarters.
Yeah.
There's very little in the way of shops. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of shops. There's just not a lot of shops that cater to adventurers.
Yeah.
There's lots of clothing, knickknacks, doodads, bookstores.
The fountains.
Yeah.
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 There is also some inns, which you, if you wanted to, you think you'd be with some coin, you'd be welcome at. Not everybody is put up in homes, but and there are people just going about their business in the street. You're there around noon. You can see as you're passing through one house, not your family home, but another one has actually got what looks like some kind of celebration going on, maybe a coming of age ceremony for someone.
Okay.
The decorations look particularly feminine, so it's probably a girl. It could be a guy still, but depending on
Particular tastes.
But it's probably like a sweet 16 party kind of situation.
Quinceañera.
Do you... Our guide seems to have
Disembarked.
disappeared.
Oh, great.
Do you want to perhaps try that locate object thing about his fancy carriage?
He didn't take any of your stuff.
No. I'm gonna wait until we get to parts I'm
You're
not
coming
familiar
very
with.
close to the Red Glade family estate.
Yeah.
And you can see
How much of
there
the
is activity there.
Yeah, how much of the of
I
this?
mean, you know who most of the homes are.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is there one that I don't know or I'm questionable about?
There's a few you don't know.
Those
who
are the
they
ones
belong
I want to try to swing by, and then as soon as I swing by, that's...
There's also a hunting lodge there.
Okay.
There is a winery there.
Mm-hmm.
There is they keep the brewer out of town, but the winery is there. You can see up on a hill grapevines off into the up over the horizon. There is definitely a very immaculate guard post there,
Mm-hmm.
but none of the houses scream at you. The guy we're looking for lives here.
No drow statues out in the front yard.
Make perception.
Ooh. What about an investigation?
Yes,
Since I'm more of...
definitely make an investigation. Does
Investigate.
anybody want to
Give you
assist?
assistance?
Yes, of course. Not much better. 22?
Okay, you're searching. I mean, it's not a small town.
Yeah.
You're going up and down the main thoroughfare. You don't see.
Yeah, and I just kind of go down this way. No, make a right down here. And I'm just kind of like
While
meeting
you
us.
guys are making a circuitous route through the city, that's a cop. Down one of the back roads that leads towards the winery, actually right adjacent to the main manor house of the people who own
Okay.
this very exclusive winery. There's a house you never paid much attention to. For its size, you're curious as to why.
Because
It
it's not
is.
servant quarter size.
It's not servant quarters. It is definitely a wealthy man's, or sorry, wealthy person's. There's nothing in there to decide whether or not it's a man's or a woman's. Other than the fact that there are two very feminine statues at the front gate. At closer examination, they both look elven. But they are made of white marble, which also leads to makes them look more drow-like.
Yep. And I'd just be like, oh,
Try a look.
try a
At
look.
this time, one of your cousins
Fucker.
notices you on the road.
Yeah.
One of the head family, the second in the head family, the one that has been training to be the protector of the
Okay.
family, not the one who's due to inherit,
Okay.
the one who's due to protect. Notices you. Asher, is that you?
Oh, cousin! Hi! How's
His
it going?
His name is Dougal, by the way.
Hey, Dougal! Cousin Dougal, how's it going?
Oh, fine, fine. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you'd be dodging your mother.
Oh,
I grin.
mother's in town?
Oh, yes, there's a reunion. Did you get the invitation?
I've been a bit on,
Your mother's been very,
worried?
no, expository on your, doings in town. Say, talking that you might be due for, some excitement or promotion or something. I'm not sure what she's getting at.
Says promotion, I'm like, oh yeah, because she still thinks we're working at work.
And
Yeah.
says, I must tell you, mother is, how did it here,
Oh,
with
yeah.
her constant.
No, I could
Uh,
imagine. My mom usually regales a lot about me since I'm only
Well,
child and whatnot.
It's just all well to hear my mom tell us. My brother, the Lathander's glory shines out of his rectum.
And I just kind of pat you on the chest like, hey, don't worry about it.
I care not.
Well, I just gonna swing by here real quick. I have a delivery I have to make.
Oh, who lives here?
Oh, it's no one in particular. You wouldn't know him.
At that moment,
Oh God, no!
on the second floor, a small metallic object made of shines like silver
Yeah.
flies through a window and crashes out. It's about yay big and crashes out onto the side lawn. And the Dougal goes, that's odd.
I send you a message and I go, I bet you 5 gold soliloquies here.
Well, looks like I better be going. I'll make sure to swing by.
Is that a spot of trouble? Do you want me to summon the guards?
No. It's probably just marital. But take care. Thank you.
Alright, well, do stop by there. And he goes, Marjorie's been looking forward to seeing you. She's of age now.
Oh no. Oh. Yes, Marjorie. She's quite a dear.
If she gets married, she doesn't have to join the priesthood.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure she's looking for all avenues.
And you're all just cousins now.
Right, second cousins. Yeah, as she reminds me every time.
Ew.
Well, I'll make sure to swing by later today. Thank you.
Yes, dinner. 5, dress.
Will do. And I'm just like yelling. And I'm just like, as soon as he gets out and we like turn, I'm just like...
He continues, he rejoins the group of people he was walking with.
And I just facepalm so hard. Oh.
Asher.
You
We need to
made
talk
your
about
family
it.
sound
Through
way
the
worse.
broken
Yeah,
window.
I've been mostly paying attention to
As
the
you
broken
approach
window.
the house, you can hear shouts, arguments. It's definitely an argument. Multiple male and female voices arguing. It seems it's not a violent argument.
Okay.
It is raised voices disagreeing on things and particularly shouting, but the language is in common tongue, but it's too
Yeah.
disturbed to make out exactly what's being said. And there's definitely people talking over people, and where the noise crescendos and lowers, and then crescendos as you get up to the front door, which is just a front door, or 2 steps up to a rather ornate looking porch that covers the entire front of the house. There are seating on the porch. You can see actually there are 2 crystal glasses that are half full of a beverage of some sort, sitting on a table in front of 2 chairs, and on the table itself is a pipe that has gone cold.
I'll get off my horse and go knock on the door.
As you approach the door, you also see that there is a small winged serpent perched on the doorknob.
Ah, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I will avoid. I'll just use my knuckles and not
Right.
disturb.
As
Because it's
you-
alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, it's going at you. Right now. Kind of thing. The wings are relaxed, though. It doesn't
Yeah, I would want one too.
appear to be threatening. As you reach for the door, you hear the latch pull, and the door open. As Pei almost knocks you all down as she exits the front door.
Oh, hi, Pei.
Long time no see.
And she goes, "Oh, what are you all doing here?"
Where are we?
You should have known.
We were delivering.
You never told her why you had
No.
her there.
Oh.
We were looking for Rathbin.
And she says, "Well, he's inside with my lord and a few others.
Oh,
Oh, good.
fantastic. We've got
Causing
the...
a bit of a... I just had to get out of there. The voices, the shouting was too much.
We saw.
I don't go back there. Those 2 freak boys are back in the back room currently.
Well,
So it's not just your family that's having reunions.
right. Well, hopefully we don't bring the whole city down.
Well, we do.
Well, if you do, it should be a hell of a fight.
No, I don't want that.
As you approach, she does basically, she gets out of the way so you can go in the
Yeah.
front door.
No.
Do you have the Lear with you?
Yeah.
You get off the wagon.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
walk
We're all
in the
walking.
front
I
door.
very rarely let it out of, like, touching distance of me.
As you walk in,
I had Vincent next to
the
me.
person you recognize as Rathbin's driver
Mm-hmm.
comes out, who was standing at the back end of the parlor, steps
Yeah.
forward. At first, it looks like he's going to stop you all from coming in, but then he recognizes you.
pardon us for inviting ourselves in, but we will have an appointment of sorts.
He says, oh, to tell you the truth, you couldn't have come at a better time.
Awesome.
I assume you're here with it.
I think that's why it's
Yes.
called impeccable timing.
And he
Yes.
says, well, you'd best head to the meeting room, the boardroom on the second floor.
Second floor boardroom, alright.
It's
Gladly.
straight at the edge of the staircase, the two doors. You
Two
can't
doors.
miss it. And just then one of the doors opens up, and the white-haired woman with the whip who is riding a broom steps out for a second, sees the four of you down there, gives you a look like,
I've been fooled.
and then goes back in, and you can hear her voice
Yeah.
add to the shouting in the room. What would you like to do?
Well,
I'll just start heading up the stairs.
while we're walking up, like, no time like the present, right?
Let's go crack some eggs.
I honestly cannot wait to wash my hands of this mess.
As you're approaching the stairs, clearly rising above all the other voices, as if being projected through some sort of magical means, Rathbin's voice silences all the others. And it goes, I assure you that whatever it is you are chasing is not the real thing. Siliqui is not that foolish as to just hand it away to some people who don't know how to protect it properly. This is probably some sort of ruse. She is not all there anymore. You all should know this.
I've
Now,
heard.
peace between us. And the room goes quiet.
I'll just.
Yes.
In the room, you see a Rathbin at the head of a table. The woman who you know as the witch approaching a chair next to a seated Tongpak. Across the table from them is a man with long black hair down to his waist that has a receding hairline that goes right up to about here, and the rest of it is pulled back into a long ponytail. A long black mustache with no beard that hangs down about this far, and nothing eyes, black holes for eyes. Seated a chair away from him is a short, round man with bald head and a wreath of fiery red hair that goes down into a thick, fiery beard and mustache.
Is he a dwarf or is he human?
He's somewhere in between.
Oh. Yeah, 24 Arcana.
No, he's just a short human, you think?
Really, 24 Arcana?
Probably.
He's not an Azure?
No, he is not. It's red, it's not actual fire.
Oh, I thought you said like fire.
But it is just red.
It is just hair.
It is just hair.
Oh, okay.
He looks to be of like middle to older human.
Okay.
The black-haired gentleman with the receding hairline, it's very difficult to tell. The witch is as she appeared when she first landed on her broom. Her broom is not present currently. Tongpak is standing or sitting in his chair looking uncomfortable. And Rathbin is at the head of the table, currently mollifying all of them. You can see that the witch is the only one without a silver goblet in front of her.
So no one that would represent the Vasilis seems to be here.
No.
Yeah, I think it's kind of.
They seem the most unreasonable, to be honest.
Hello.
Pleasure to see some of you again, but
Rathbin looks incredibly relieved when you walk through
Yeah.
the door. He says, I heard you were near. I'm very glad you were able to find the place. If I'd known you were going to be in town already, I would have opened it up for you.
It's all right.
Excellent job finding it, though. I knew I had.
All right, people.
Yeah.
you have a
Particular taste.
distinctive taste in artwork.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I have a type.
I like put my arm around Kaylin because we had told him that we were together.
Adjust my hood more and just like, no.
And he says, well, introductions, I believe, are in order. You've met some of the table, I believe.
I believe we have.
And I just wave at them again.
He says, well, of course you know, and
Yeah.
tongue back. And, let me introduce you to the Ghost King.
Pleasure.
As he is, and Ghost King stands up, bows, and goes, please don't call me Ghost King. It's embarrassing. He says, you may call me Samael.
Okay.
Sam, what?
Samael.
Samael.
Divine Sense?
Hmm?
Divine Sense never pops up.
You're gonna tweak it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give it a pop.
Yeah.
It. The only one who doesn't appear to be from the mortal realms.
Because it only gives undead, fiend.
Fae.
No.
Right?
Undead,
No.
fiend,
Oh, no.
and then celestial.
Oh, yeah.
It's only those three.
Unless you
Um,
do detect good and evil.
Yeah. The only one who. Actually, no, none of them blink.
Okay, cool. He was just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means none of them are undead, fiend, or celestial.
Right.
And it's not hollowed or consecrated ground.
It is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him like a little curtsy and say,
And he notes all four of your faces as he's. Well,
Yeah.
except for yours, he kind of goes.
and she'll say, delightful children you have.
And I look at you like,
He looks at you and goes, oh, I heard you gave them a bit of a whipping. Good for you. They've been unruly of late.
well, that's apparently what we do.
We live to serve.
And then Rathbun will point to the red-haired gentleman and go, this is, of course, Lord Fire. And Lord Fire will stand up and go, good on you, folks. How you doing?
Oh no.
I'll give him another
pretty good.
curtsy.
Greetings.
Pleasure.
I see you ran into my girl earlier. She spoke very highly of the four of you.
And we have only good things to say about her.
Oh, well, that's nice. She's a sweet girl. She's just getting started.
You'll know Hope has many bad things to say
Say-
about her.
Yeah. Just like, oh. well.
And then Rathbun.
He doesn't give a name, like a real name, just the
No,
fire.
he just seems to accept being called Lord Fire. Yes. Well, I assume that we're all here to talk about that thing your lass has got on her arm there. And then Rathbun will go, yes, quite. Would you mind sitting?
Sitting?
Yes,
Yeah,
please, be
I'll
comfortable.
have a
Pull up a
seat.
chair. Of course, I should have guessed.
Although it's like, I am afraid that Rathbun is correct and it is not the genuine article.
Speaking of which, why don't you put everyone's fears to rest and place it on the table for me? Would you, Hope? I
Yes.
assume you're carrying it.
Yes, I pull it off my back and place it on the table.
Excellent. Oh,
Not
yes.
out of reach of me, I'm still
And
worried.
all of them look at it
Mhm.
and immediately to recognize it for the cheap imitation
Yeah.
it is. And the only one who looks unsurprised is Tom Pack, who'd already gotten, well, not really, you couldn't call it a look at it because he was blindfolded at
Yeah.
the time.
He took it off though.
No, he did.
He did take
Only
it off.
to leave, but he wasn't particularly looking at anything.
He took
Oh.
it up when I started playing it,
He got enough.
and then he got it in my face.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, Tom Pack is silent, and you can see he's not comfortable with the witch sitting so close to him.
Yeah, after seeing her pictures, I would too.
You gave her his home address.
I
though.
did. If I make eye contact with him, I'm just gonna mouth over so like she can't see
Yeah,
it,
there are occasions when he looks over.
and then just go.
he figures out where she got the address. Looks at you and goes. His jaw hardens. You
Yeah.
think if he was like he could chew steel.
Yeah, and I'm just like.
You can see the muscles in his
Yep, right,
cheeks are
clenched.
flexing.
Yeah.
And
I
his-
have to move now.
His fingers actually cut grooves in the fine mahogany table as he pulls his hand away from the top of the table. He was reaching for a drink and
Yeah.
gives you a very dark look.
I
But-
send you a message. I don't think he knew it was you.
I'm not gonna lie.
God knows why not.
Rathbin will go. Actually, he will stand up from the table and walk over to it and go. Yeah. See, obviously, you all know my wife. She's.
Whoever's,
going-
it has to
X,
say, whoever
X.
we're sitting next to, I'll just be like, X.
So she just says X out loud.
She's very old. And she is, despite her current appearance, is nearing the end of her life. And he says, it is sad, but I believe she now is viewing our little alliance as a bad thing. And she probably sought to weaken you so she could.
I kind of, if I may,
Yes.
when the issue was presented to us, it was not presented as an alliance.
Oh.
Until this moment, we have been under the impression that the other five were an alliance against Siliqui and yourself.
The Lord Fire goes, that's all right, Missy. Sometimes we are against each other. We're not always seeing eye to eye.
Then why are you guys aligned with the Vasilis?
We're not.
Well, that's
Absolutely not. This is, and Rathbin will go, it's true we're not currently on the best of terms. Everyone here at this table, I invited them to try and put an end to this madness. We were just smoothing things over as you look over at the broken.
Yeah, and like smoothing things over. All glance back.
And up until just moments ago, everybody was shouting at
Yeah.
each other. And he says, I think we're about to make a breakthrough. And he says, may I help? And he'll take the
I'll be
leer
glad to
from
be
him.
rid of
And
it.
he says, I believe Siliqui would want me to destroy this.
Yes, we were instructed to have it destroyed, and
By your
by
best.
by your hand. And she may have mentioned something about an old practice harp in return.
Oh, that thing. Yes, I'll fetch it for you later. But you'll stay for dinner.
Right.
Of course.
I think it best if
Have any other
we
plans?
all attempt to put the past behind us. Maybe make some introductions, assure everyone that we're all, if not friends, at least bear no one any continuing malice. Can we do that? Can we put past things in the past?
Then are you going to help us take care of the Vasilis? Because that's a very big issue.
Yeah, we've taken out.
We've taken
Well,
down.
the Vasilius have been hunting this leer for hundreds of years.
We've
Oh,
encountered
God bless the
4
persons I
personally, and a 5th who was raising an undead army in Daggerford.
Yes.
Oh, that's bad business.
Also,
And Samael goes, an undead army in Daggerford. I should put a stop to that.
It
I mean, it was stopped. The one that was doing it. I do have a question. We were also told of another party, Seven Finger.
The witch sheepishly raises her hand. Well, that's me.
That's you.
And she actually holds up her hand. You can see she actually has 7 fingers on her right hand.
Huh.
Ah,
That's my group.
that's you. Interesting.
So, one mystery solved.
My big issue is that there's innocence lost.
Yes, this is Rathbun. Yes, that's a bad business. Tell me about. We'll discuss all of this in time, and if it can't be reversed, reparations will be made. I'll see to it personally.
That's good.
And I'm sorry she put you through this.
It's fine. We kind of figured.
We made our own unwise decisions to go along with it.
Yeah, we figured that hazard pay and whatnot would also come accompanied to said task.
Of course, you'll be seen to. I'll take care of it.
Had no doubt.
But in the meantime, I believe a A light supper has been prepared. We dine a little early here. I understand your family is having a little shindig later today, too. I try and keep my ear to what's going on in town.
Yeah.
I believe we are more than willing to sacrifice family time
For
these
business.
discussions.
Yes. And I just look at you and I'm like,
But, so they serve at dinner.
no.
I would like to try to sit next to Ghost King.
All right, you can arrange that. There's seats between most of these. You'd feel like nobody sat next to each other on purpose. There's definitely a buffer seat between each head at the table. None of you are going to go sit next to the witch or Tom Pack. She definitely threatens anyone who sits in that chair.
And then every hour I'm reconjuring my chair.
You could just use. They are comfortable. I've been using them for years.
You can't get him to.
This, I don't think you could even understand the most custom chair. Like, this is my old work chair.
He has been going on about it for months.
Anyway, so dinner is served. There are multiple vegetarian options for you and Tom Pack, it seems.
I was about to ask.
Ghost King doesn't eat at all.
Lovely.
Always a good
Lord
start.
Fire is ravenous and eats with his hands.
Smiling while he does it.
You also notice that Rathbun doesn't eat a whole lot. He just picks at things on his plate.
Hope puts on her full, courtier charm.
All right.
And it's just like, I am in a room with a bunch of really powerful people. This is where I belong.
Me too.
This is what I was raised to do.
So,
Honestly.
is there anything? Mostly, they start to chat about old times.
I want to try to talk to Ghost King.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. They seem to have been, what it sounds like, they start discussing adventures like the kinds you folks had when you first started out. Almost like this is an old adventuring party.
That's cute.
Minus Silicon, who you have a feeling was their bard. You're pretty sure Ghost King's the priest. You're pretty sure Lord Fire was some kind of sorcerer or something.
Mister, I don't like magic.
Tong Pak is definitely a fighter. Or monk, possibly. And you have a feeling that the witch is probably a wizard or a warlock or some such thing. What Rathbun is still unclear.
Oh, okay.
The
A
groupie.
motherfucking mystery.
He's the groupie.
He's the groupie.
What did you want to talk to Ghost King about?
I'm just gonna be like, you raised dead?
I have.
I am whispering, by
He
the
goes,
way.
I have raised the dead. It's expensive, but some I feel ashamed. I have maybe my power is turned towards strengthening my own family as opposed to doing good in the world, which is what I started out to do.
Is it possible that you could teach me?
How to raise the dead.
Yes.
We shall discuss it after dinner. I want to have a word with your friend Asher too. He's a noble, correct?
I think so.
Excellent. If you will put in a good word for my family, do you have any influence you can exercise over the man?
Talk to the fox.
I shall. And you can see Ghost King after talking to him. His mustache, by the way, goes. So you finished dinner. Anybody else want to talk to anybody in particular about anything? Oh, I should say, during dinner, you're not the only extras at the table.
Oh, okay.
Ghost King's two sons.
Oh, I wave at them, be like, oh, it's you
are
guys
at the
again.
table. They are on what appears to be their best behavior. They only get in an occasional poking match with each other, and when stop touching me kind of match
I
at the table.
lean
works.
in to Asher and I go, I'm I'm so glad we only had the one of them.
Right, the other one ran away, so we didn't have to deal with both of them fighting each other.
Pace sits very close to Fire King and basically
Lord Fire?
Lord Fire, and like wipes off his face when he gets too much grease on it and stuff like that. She's like basically acts like not really a servant, but like a doting
Daddy's
daughter.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, oh, Lord Fire, you've got something on your beard, and she'll like take out a small comb and comb it out for him and stuff. And he's just like, oh, thank you. Oh, gotta get Lord Fire. Thanks, dear. And he puts another chicken leg in his mouth. Does anybody else want to talk to anybody in particular?
Other than general schmoozing.
Yeah.
I should also say the witch brought someone too.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It is somebody who just stays in the back of the room, hooded cloak up the entire time. It looks like a dude. But you can't see into it. He's wearing a cloak actually very similar to the one you're wearing, Kaylin. It's actually hard to notice him sometimes.
Yeah, I schmooze basically everyone except her. I don't really, I don't obviously leave her out, but I don't go out of my way to
Okay.
engage
Talk
with
to
her.
her. Yeah.
Well, Tong Pack is all business.
Yeah.
Well, not all business, I should say. He's very few words.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just like, oh God, this ended without too much bloodshed.
We did kill
A lot.
mainly Vasilis.
And nobody seems too upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
When dinner is winding down, I would kind of bring that up. Be like, so, what's the deal with this Vasilius group? Who are they? Who are they to you guys?
They're, Mrs. Rathbun talking about, they're enemies. They've been our enemies almost since the beginning.
All right.
They're not unlike the Gith in the astral plane. And he says they hunt for things that powerful objects to consolidate their power. They make weapons specifically to travel the planes and find other worlds. We ran across them on a different world once when we were taking down a dragon horde, and they wanted a share. And that's when our battles began. We don't know their true number. We're not sure anyone does.
Interesting.
But I'm sure what they were hunting was the false signal this Lear was giving off. Don't worry, it's protected. They won't see it here.
I was gonna say that would make sense then, because they had items of detection and also the planes walking. I gesture towards you. Planes-
Yes, we've taken quite a few of those suits we've took a few suits of those suits of armor in the past as well. In fact, we've adapted some of their magic to our own travels early on.
Yeah, I was to say that would be.
And most of the party will nod.
Yeah, and I nod and go. Yeah, that would be my second question then. Would Siliqui be the one that I would have to talk to about that?
About what?
About the pulling their magic and being able to repurpose it.
Lord Fire listening and goes, oh, you an enchanter, son?
Well, more or less. Right now I've started with potions, but I want to up my game.
Yes, well, Blondie should be able to help you with that. And he points to the witch.
Well, I mean,
She makes all sorts of toys.
and I guess she owes me a favor or two then, huh? And I look back at Tom Pack and just go, like, yep, yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Anything else? Anybody else want to talk to anything?
Bladrin's interested about the whole Vasilius thing.
Yeah, they will tell you basically they are, to the best of their knowledge, a large, almost an army of treasure hunters, basically. They search for magic items throughout what he calls the multiverse. And they consolidate. They have many items of great power, which they then absorb into their own powers.
Like, as a group, like they get a powerful item and it just helps the group, or they actually absorb it?
A little of both. Some the great items they collect, and lesser items they absorb or divvy up amongst them.
They're able to spin out. Okay.
They make a lot of those spears
Yeah.
and a lot of the armor. Ghost King will try and pull you aside.
Yeah.
Not physically, but
Yeah.
just like, excuse me. It says Fey creature, am I correct?
More or less.
You and the human seem to be on rather good terms.
We are.
Is there I know it's, having just met, this may be an intelligent question, but is there a relationship there more than just friends?
Just childhood friends.
Well, I think a little.
Damn.
He goes, I want to speak with the human. Or he doesn't call me human. I want to speak with your Asher friend. He's a noble.
Yes.
And it says, my house has fallen. But I want my progeny to have the life that I was accustomed to before I destroyed my house. And it says, my sons are lost cause.
Yep.
And it says, but I have a daughter. And it says, how do you think amenable he'd be to a marriage
I do not believe that at this moment he would be inclined.
It would be more of a contract than anything else.
Indeed.
We don't expect them to. I mean, of course, there'd have to be progeny,
Of course.
but we wouldn't expect them to be exclusive.
Of course. But
An open relationship.
at the moment he has the young man's wanderlust.
Of course, I know what that's like. But my daughter is quite an understanding woman.
Of course. But perhaps a extended betrothal.
So you think he might be amenable to the idea?
I can talk to him about it.
Well, I'll bring it up. It should
Of
come
course.
from the father, but
It should, but
you'll be on. Can I count for your support?
indeed. I cannot make any promises. He is his own man and has
Of course, of course.
a strong will,
I would expect no less.
but I wouldn't speak against it.
I wouldn't want anything less than a strong man for my daughter.
Of course.
So after dinner,
Many times strengths.
Where? Where?
He's got 10 of them. He's got 10 strengths.
after dinner, everybody seems to be almost like they're slipping into a behavior that they used to
Yeah.
know. They all
So it looks like they made up.
tensions are definitely reducing at the table.
No, it is the 3/4 mark of a family reunion.
Yeah.
Where at the beginning you're all tense and remember why you fucking hate each other. But by 3/4 of the way through a family reunion,
Then we're gonna hit the 4th quarter,
When
Yeah.
everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
where we remind ourselves why we hate everyone at family reunions.
Yeah, the drunk uncle starts to talk and
Yeah.
it's
everything
like,
goes
oh
bad.
yeah.
So Lord Fire.
Yeah, great.
So, halfway through dinner, the boys, the dead boys, get sent to the room just because they're annoying the shit out of
Fuck those guys.
everybody. Pei is tasked with keeping watch on them, basically keeping them in their room. Lord Fire is telling off-color jokes to the room.
There it is.
None of them horribly racist or anything, just
Slightly
Not
blue.
horribly
Very,
racist.
very blue, lots of swearing,
Okay.
and then he recounts embarrassing stories about everybody at the table.
He's
Even
my
himself?
favorite.
Actually, he reserves. He's not afraid to talk about his
Okay,
mistakes
that's what I
as
was
well.
gonna say.
So yeah, he definitely remember that time I,
Okay.
came out of the whatever with my pants still down.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure he's not that guy.
He's my favorite.
But Ghost King kind of, as he's been going about his business, kind of like manages to. You didn't even realize it was happening until it happens, where he's kind of got you in a corner.
Right. But have I noticed him pretty much tagging the rest of the party?
He didn't talk to the Furball.
14 perception. Do I notice him pull Asher aside? I will point at Asher and send him a message
All right.
and say, "Hear him out and be nice. It could be very advantageous."
So it's
No warning.
I'm just like sitting there going, "Oh, Hope, what have you done?"
So, for a moment, you realize that you two are
Yeah, alone.
not alone, but
Yeah.
far enough away where low-pitched voices may not be heard by the rest of the party or anybody else. And you realize you've been separated from the rest of the group.
I know.
It's like a
I'm the caught gazelle.
yeah, like
On the
And
rest
then
of the
you do that-
herd.
you're the
Not
sick animal.
I'm just like,
And Ghost King turns to you very serious, except for that mustache.
yeah.
And goes, "Oh, Asher Redglade, is it?
Yes, that's correct.
Would you walk with me for a moment?"
We're going to the Garden of Betrayal.
There's my garden.
So I just like, sure, I'll go with a venture with you. Where are we going?
And he pulls out a cane
Oh, okay.
and starts to use it to leave the room. You can see it's a very ornate black
Like, is it a
cane.
walking cane or is
Yeah,
it more
no,
of
it's a walking cane.
Okay.
But the pommel of it is definitely a skull. A fake skull.
Okay.
Made in silver.
All right.
And it says, "Perhaps outside."
Yes. All right.
And that's where we'll take a break.
Doo-doo-boop-a-doop-boop.
Be back. Don't forget Ooh, I'm glad that was on camera. We're back. All right. So the rest of you are on dinner as you see Ghost King and Asher quietly slip away. Just the sound of his cane tapping on the wooden floor. And he kind of half guides. You can see what you didn't see before is actually Rathbin's house has a lot of staff.
Huh.
There's mark as you're walking out easily 15 people taking care of cleaning or just standing about. What you've come to know or think is his footman, his driver, stays in the downstairs area. You can see he's actually eating something from the dinner table though.
Okay.
So it's not like he's like, he's actually like got almost like a chair and a TV tray in front of him, and he's having a little thing while he guards the downstairs. There's actually like 2 or 3 maids running around the house doing things. You go outside and there appear to be 2 people who are currently in the process of watering various plants around the backyard. While the front of the house is just a lawn and a couple statues, the backyard is a garden.
Oh. Yep. Gardener of the Trail. Very concept.
Complete with fountains. Of course, the fountain is of a elven woman, scantily dressed, holding a vase of water that spews water into a thing. And you see Ghost King look at it and kind of chuckle to himself. Oh,
Objectifying elven women.
just one.
Just the one.
Yes. I'm just going to put this in front of you. I understand you're of noble birth here in Waterdeep area, amongst humans.
Right. I wouldn't say that I'm a glorious noble, like as in, king or emperor or
But
lord.
You come from an old family.
Old enough.
I assume there's lands and titles included.
Within the family, yes, but not within my inheritance. I'm a distant cousin of the Red Glade family. I'm not a direct inheritor of house.
Ah. But the name has weight.
I guess to the right people, every name has weight.
My name has been lost.
Yeah, that's a hard one to keep around, Ghost King.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's a quite
But
one you wouldn't forget, but one that's doesn't really ring.
from what I'm led to believe about noble houses, you are required to keep the line going, so to speak.
Yes.
Do you, in fact, have siblings? If it's not too personal a question.
No, I'm an only child. Why?
I know this is a big get from someone you just met.
Yeah.
Sorry for the rhyme.
No, it's fine.
I says, but I do not have much longer to live.
Oh?
My sons, I do not expect them to marry, procreate.
I'm just like, yeah, that's a safe bet right there.
They shouldn't.
He says,
We've
but
met.
I have a daughter. Before I pass, I would see her well wed.
And you're hoping that I could find someone for her then?
She comes with quite a dowry.
Ah,
But she is no silly girl. She is a wise woman. And she knows what I expect of her. And she knows what is expected of a noble marriage.
all right.
what I'm driving at is if you are not otherwise encumbered, would you consider a possibility of taking my daughter to wed? It would be a boon to my family.
Right. When he says it, I'm just gonna summon a chair and sit down. Like, ooh, that's something you can't take standing.
He looks at you and kind of leans both hands on his cane.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Obviously, you'd have time to think about it.
Okay.
I probably will last a year, but not much further. I've already extended my life far beyond what I should as a mortal and retain my mortality.
I am not currently tied down at the moment, but I do.
My daughter is a very understanding girl. She realizes there will be no love in marriage. And she, of course, would be able to provide you with progeny, as would be expected. But beyond that, it would be more of a business relationship than anything else.
Right.
Of course, if something were to develop later, that would be fine, I'm sure.
Of course, yes.
You seem like an intelligent young man.
I like to think I am, at least.
You have prospects.
Right.
You're an adventurer.
Yes.
While that is dangerous,
It is.
if you were to somehow make sure my daughter was with child before you died,
Of course.
Get it.
and I believe your family would not be adverse to joining your lineage to ours once ours was made more clear.
Right. Thing. As you said, that is quite a heavy load to bestow on someone as someone you did just meet.
That would hurt.
And he says, I make snap judgments that usually become proven out.
Of course.
I think you're the right kind of man.
I'm not sure what characteristics you've been looking for.
He says, I'm looking for someone who is broad-minded, but of noble birth,
Right.
with certain prospects and someone who displays an appropriate amount of power. My daughter would not be linking herself to someone weaker than her.
Right, of course. Yeah. But
And you seem to have goals. You have a greater purpose, I see.
that's definitely sure. There's a reason why I'm not following in the family business.
Yes. I have a fondness for adventurers.
It makes sense why you hooked up with all your companions.
Yes.
And I gesture towards the house.
He says, I believe my story is not unlike yours. I, too, was from a lesser branch of a great house.
Well,
A house that is now dead.
right. The only issue is I am kind of set on someone. And, I don't know how they would feel about it.
Well, my family engages in what's the word?
Polyamorous or polynamorous?
Non-monogamy?
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
My family,
Knowledge.
where we come from, noble families are expected to be polygamous.
Right.
I myself at one time had 4 different wives. only 2 of them gave me children. One set was rather a disappointment.
I kind of like nod towards the.
He's saying that set of ovaries was a disappointment.
No.
The set of
The
children.
set of children
Okay.
he had were a disappointment.
Okay, I thought you were saying the ovaries were a problem.
And I just kind of gesture towards the house and be like, yeah, I could see.
And he says, however, I am very proud of my daughter.
Right, and
And I want to see her properly wed before I pass.
before you pass, yes.
He's not noble
As far as you know.
though. Hell no, he ain't noble.
As I said, I'm definitely gonna need some time to mull over the details and
So
everything.
you're not absolutely against the idea.
I'm not for it. I guess is the correct way to put it.
Did I mention that
Yes. No.
it would not just be in wealth?
Right.
in
I kind of
knowledge.
figured.
I would pass my breadth of knowledge to you. My library would become yours, as it is hers.
Shut up. Right.
And my estates. Although you would have to travel to.
That's fine.
Perhaps it's best if I summon her.
We wouldn't want to make any too hasty things before I had a chance to, sleep on it. Don't want to give her hopes up before I chicken out or anything.
Well, you should meet her before you come to a final decision.
Of course.
And he kind of thinks, yes, I shall summon her. I would have spoken to your Furbo friend, but he does not have their family units are not. They don't prize rank.
I just give a slow nod, like, sure.
And while my daughter might appreciate your other companions, she needs to.
Have children.
Yes.
Right. Well, I guess,
Even if it's just the one.
right, I guess give her a call then.
He goes, I will. And he kind of taps his cane a couple times in a very strange pattern on the cobblestones. Just very off. It's kind of a discordant. It actually makes your head swim a little bit when he's done.
Okay.
And then a lich.
A lich?
A lich.
She's a lich.
Oh, and he says, well, she should arrive presently.
It's a good thing I'm already sitting. Or should I stand for this one?
It's up to you. She won't take offense. I don't believe.
Here we go, and I'll just stand up and dismiss my chair.
solid
Just kind of.
Okay. Storm clouds are starting to gather overhead, by the way.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
Now your chair goes away.
No, I know. I stood up
Oh.
and I dismissed it, so now I can make it an umbrella.
So, what are the rest of you doing?
Hope is drinking heavily.
Pimping out
Suggested-
Asher, goddamn.
Suggested that you play the new harp.
Oh, no, he
Forever.
hasn't
No.
destroyed it yet, and he hasn't given you the new
Yeah,
one
no.
yet.
She's
After
Oh,
the
he
middle
hasn't gotten
reads will be
them yet.
done.
Oh, okay.
It's just, by the way, the harp is just sitting in the middle of the table
Yeah.
right now after the table's been played.
Okay.
People occasionally looking at it like, "You sure that's not the real one?"
Are there any windows to?
Occasionally, Lord Fire will kind of like, ding, ding, ding. And it does blast him, but he doesn't seem to care.
Are there windows to the garden where they are at?
Yeah.
She's gonna be peeking because she's waiting for like Ghost King to be done.
Yeah, they
Oh,
seem
God.
they seem to both just be standing there. Ghost King is actually looking up in the air, and Asher is looking at the underside of his umbrella.
No, I have it, but like I would say like the umbrella
Oh,
would be
just
probably.
in case.
Yeah, but I'm like looking up because there's no rain yet.
Yeah,
So I'm looking-
the conversation they had seems to be done. Now they're just kind of both
Staring at
standing
the
there,
sky.
staring at the sky.
And I have the glowing umbrella.
Yeah. Hope is drinking steadily Like, she's not a messy drunk, but she's definitely, like, there's always a full glass.
Are you talking to anyone in particular at all about anything? Or just
I'm still
chatting,
going through the motions of, like, being pleasant and personable, but, like, because we've, like, had drinks before, but this is definitely, like more purposeful.
Yeah.
Stress drinking.
Numb the pain
Vladim's
drinking.
asking Rathbin about, basically just saying, like, he's becoming more curious about the planes and stuff. Just wants to ask him about things.
I mean, you did have, 6 months of me spouting about it?
It's because of that he's like,
Well, of course, my boy. What would you like to know?
First off, it's the Vasilius thing that's...
Yes, we don't exactly know where their base is, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would have taken it out before retirement.
Yeah.
By the way, this guy still looks like he's not dead.
Yeah. It's like... yeah, but, there have been so many of them. Blaze. And they are...
I myself have personally fought 16 of them in my lifetime.
Give us another year, we might get there.
Catching up.
He says, actually, that is something I wanted to discuss when you're all in a group together. But maybe I'll approach the subject to you, if that's okay.
It's been on my mind.
My group, we've gotten and he says, so most of us are comfortable in our lives, and our years of adventuring are behind us. I myself just like to enjoy my collections.
Yes.
And the thought of journeying to the stars again, or returning home, seems like something I'll never do.
Home.
Yes, I'm not from here, but that's not important.
Push it.
What's his class?
Did you mean this plane?
Yes, amongst other things, but that's not important.
It's important.
And he says, but if you were to seek out their home, Vasilius, and put an end to it,
He was a paladin. Yes.
the research I've done says yes. Long centuries ago.
Do you know what order?
I do not.
Not the god.
I do not. I do not even know who he's turned to when he fell. I do not even know truly if he's a he.
I see.
I have encountered all sexes from Vasilius.
Yes. Well, yeah. Let's talk more about that when the group is here.
Sure.
Till then.
Is this all? But I believe your group might be suited towards picking up where we left off. You're
It's
obviously a strong creature with many hidden talents.
Yes. And learning to acquire new ones.
And Hope seems wily and has a varying set of skills.
Yes, she
That would come in handy.
she covers a wide spectrum.
Of course, your Kaylin, I believe her name is.
Yes.
Lovely girl. Has the ear of one of the more powerful old gods.
Ume.
Yes. I understand you serve another.
Yes.
Yes. Helm or something. And Asher, if he continues to adventure with you, will, I believe, can facilitate your journeys.
Yes. It's been strange. All the
Other
individual
people jumping in, seemingly out of nowhere.
all these different events seeming to line up.
And he says, you know, we're all from different places.
Yes, it's become apparent.
Is that something you'd be interested in? A bit of travel?
That's why I asked.
Feels like getting recruited by the army.
I kind of like gestures to this armor he's wearing. He's like, I'm not.
Well, that will take you some places.
Yes.
But the places I'm talking about, you need a different way to travel.
This has piqued my curiosity. Made me realize there's more than just this plane
There is.
to think about. And
More
to
than
watch.
just this plane, more than just this world.
I feel I might be getting a bit of a sign from my gut.
He says, and I understand you're able to change your face.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with your face.
Oh no.
Except you're ugly.
He says,
it's
but
very useful.
being able to change your face can come in very handy in my life.
It's been handy so far. I'm sure, like you say.
Well,
Yeah.
keep back.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah. Then goes around and schmoozes a little bit.
Anybody else want to talk to anybody in particular?
I'm waiting for Ghosty.
Come back.
Yeah, she's just like,
People come
Is he
up
done?
like, "Hey, I'm waiting."
Busy!
Hope will actually go, perhaps we should let them have some privacy.
Blasting
Which is a very strange thing coming from Hope.
Right now, it just looks like they're just standing.
Yeah.
Like, Asher looks a little confused, almost like a mouse kind of
Yeah.
Waiting for something to happen.
waiting for, like, doom to drop from
If
the
it's
heavens.
important, Asher will tell us.
Lightning.
Speaking
but
of which,
Speaking of which,
I'm waiting for Ghost King, though.
To do what?
I need to talk to him.
Well, you'll know when he comes back into the room. She'll shrug and
as
walk
you're
away.
standing there, there is a flash of bright light outside. Not specifically speaking a lightning strike,
Mhm.
but a circle of light appears on the ground.
Does
Kind of like-
everyone look?
No, most people are talking about.
Yeah.
You can see Vladrin and Rathbun are having a rather in-depth conversation about stuff. Yeah. Tongpak is doing anything he can to stay away from the witch, including having a very up-close and personal conversation with Lord Fire, who he doesn't seem to care for very much. Doesn't seem to care for any of them. But yeah, basically a circle of very bright light goes and shines up from a place where there was no circle before for a moment, and takes a couple seconds and then fades. And you recognize that is probably what happens when the teleportation circle activates on the other end,
okay.
leaving behind a figure. It's about 5 foot tall.
Okay.
Very heavy robes and a hood covering all of their features. The form is feminine.
Okay.
You can tell there are kind of like combat heels underneath the robe, I guess
I'm
you
having
would say.
flashbacks. Continue, Ken.
They're short, but
Okay.
very, very shiny. Well, not actually very shiny. Very like muted black boots with something big and metallic, like a circle, resting on them around the ankles. Almost looks like a huge set of manacles.
Okay.
Around the wrists that come out of the cloak, another set of huge manacles, followed by brass rings going all the way up the arm to the shoulder.
On top of the robes?
Underneath the robe.
Oh, okay.
When she pulls them back, she kind of... You can
Okay.
tell now it is a woman. The hood moves... Like, these manacles look huge and heavy. They're, like, easily, like, that thick, and they look almost like iron or lead.
Neat.
She pulls back the hood and reveals a woman's face. No hair,
Okay.
but it looks like it's affected. It's shaved,
Okay.
not naturally bald. She has a very the racial features are closer to Tong Packs than Ghost Kings.
What color are her robes?
Black, but you can see underneath the black hood and stuff she's wearing green and blue.
Okay.
Not in a kind of druidy way though.
Okay.
But they look almost like peasant clothes, but they're of good quality.
Okay.
You just keep talking.
Yeah.
What is your problem, Hope? Let them have some privacy.
And you all, by the way, as you're both looking out the window, you can see this woman
Yeah.
just appeared out of nowhere.
No, I'm trying
to
to pull her away.
She looks like she's in her late 20s, probably.
Okay. It's about my age.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know how old Asher is.
I think it's about that age.
Late 20s?
Yeah. I'd say early 20s, mid 20s.
Yeah, so she's probably got a year or two on you, if
Yeah.
you can judge her age.
Yeah.
Clearly. She would have been, or Ghost King would have been very old when he had her, probably. But she appears and goes, "Yes, Father, you summoned me." And Ghost King will introduce you. "Yes, my dear. Sorry, yes, my dear. This is Asher. He is a wizard, if I may, of some birthright." And she gets a look on her face, like very serious in her face, and she's just like, "Yes, Father." And he goes, "I want you to get to know him. Let him get to know you. Perhaps you will come to an agreement." And she goes, "Of course, Father." And walks up to you and offers you a hand, like,
I shake it.
cheers.
Like, shit, what's her name?
Where's my notebook?
I don't know.
Starts with a D.
Is it that guy right there? No.
It's my little green with all the notebooks. There it is. Ah, thank you. Right. I knew this one already. Sorry, she was. My name is Deirdre.
Deirdre? Well, you know my name. I'm Asher Redblade.
Redglade.
Yes.
Well, it's a very impressive name.
Thank you.
She was. I was just training when I got Father's summons. I suppose I don't need these. And she pulls pins on the shackles. They make a very loud, heavy noise when they hit the ground.
Yeah.
And then she does the ones on her legs.
Oh, okay. So it keeps his resolve. He does that little, like a
and then
shit.
she quickly packs them up into a bag that is too small to fit them.
Muscle wizard.
That's how you make one.
And she was, "Is this some kind of party?"
I look at Ghost King. I go, more or less, more of a meeting of old friends. And I kind of gesture towards
Do you
Ghost
know
King.
my father very well?
Negative.
Oh. Well, I assume I've been summoned for a purpose. Perhaps you'd like to fill me in on what that is inside.
All right. I'll just gesture to take her arm because courtier,
Yeah,
whatnot.
she'll-
Yep.
Put her hand on yours, like
Yeah.
she's obviously got the training, the
Yeah.
courtier skills.
So he'll lead her in.
Okay. You also can see that when she dropped those shackles, the rings all went down almost to like bracelets that cover her arm like this
Okay.
on both arms.
Still thick? Or did they shrink?
They're big brass, or not brass, but big metal rings. They look
Okay.
solid,
Okay.
and they clank a little bit when she walks around.
And walk her in.
Okay. So, Asher comes in with a new guest, Ghost King quickly tapping his cane behind, and he walks away from the two of them and goes over. If you want to like signal him, you can.
Bye.
Yeah.
And you run over and talk
Yeah.
to Ghost King. Alright. Oh, yes. Kaylin, was it?
Yes.
What is it you wanted to talk about?
Resurrections?
Oh, yes. There. Well, you're a priest.
Yes.
When my devotion reached the point where I was able to bring back the dead, it is still just the will of the gods.
Are you still able to bring people back?
Oh, yes.
How
It's expensive.
much?
It depends on how long they've been dead and what treatments have been done to them. He says, not to brag, I actually hate this, but I have spent probably up to 10,000 gold pieces on one single resurrection. But that was for a friend. And this is something you should let Asher know. I'm extremely loyal to friends.
Okay. Are you still able to bring these people back?
I still have my god's favor.
Is
You're starting to
this,
sound like rapping.
Yeah.
Sorry.
what if they've been dead for about a year?
Yes, that's possible.
How much?
And that's expensive.
How much?
Pretty sure. I'm talking about a creative resurrection.
I think it's like 5th level. No, 7th level. It's just resurrection.
Fifth level.
Does regular? What's the time frame on
Fifth level
resurrection?
It was a year.
Uh,
Or no, 10 days, I think, with...
Isn't that such
Reincarnation.
booty? Like 7th level
'Cause-
spell, only 10 days.
well, no, Raise Dead.
Is within 10 days.
Raise Dead's a 5th level spell.
Oh, resurrection
It's
no more than a
reincarnate.
century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, reincarnate is like a different
Oh,
specifics.
he goes. A year,
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold pieces should be sufficient worth of rare diamonds, crushed to dust. And he says, for a friend, I might waive the cost.
Tried to get a 10,000 fucking ash.
My name is Kaylin.
He says, Smail,
Nice to meet you.
you too,
We're friends?
of a sort. He says,
I could bring you the money, maybe. Not yet,
So
but
it's- who is it that you want to bring back?
it's family member.
And are you sure they want to come back? It is no sure thing. They have to want to come back. And if they were a good person, the world you were bringing them to is a far cry from where they are now. If they were a good person, you may be doing them a great disservice, bringing them back to this world. Something to keep in mind.
As I understand.
He says, I bring back my sons all the time because I know where they went. I still have hope. Someday they won't disappoint me, but my time is coming to an end. If you think they want to come back, I will try. If you will help me exert some influence over your young friend.
What kind?
I wish to provide for my daughter.
Yep.
He seems like an eligible man. He's from a good family.
Can I
Yeah.
insight to try to put it together?
Sure, go ahead.
16.
Yeah, you've heard similar conversations, and usually that's gonna go.
To be fair, Hope has joked with Asher about him having to make a profitable marriage.
And you also know that one of the lowest child of the main family wants to bag him too. So
Yeah.
Well, don't I just feel like the prettiest girl at the
Oh.
ball?
What's your name?
Right?
Asher.
I just want your name.
Ugh.
You kind of look over and you see there's a rather attractive bald woman talking to Asher very politely. Right?
What is
Eyebrows
Asher?
or no eyebrows?
She's not eyebrows. It's not alopecia. She
Okay.
just shaves her head.
What does can I get like an insight of Asher's?
He looks nervous.
Yeah,
What else would you say?
definitely. You could tell that I'm going through. Roll an insight. I want to see.
Shock. How much do you read?
Is it the same
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
Unnatural 20.
You definitely read that he's going through the motions of being polite and everything, being courteous, you know. Shoot, I'm trying to think if you would have seen this before. I don't think you would have. You haven't seen court life before.
And you haven't seen him around his cousin.
Yeah. So, if anything, unless you would have mentioned court life to her, I just look like I'm being very nice and polite.
I mean, we talk a lot.
So,
And then Hope's drinking heavily.
Yeah.
so
This is very obvious.
I just like to imagine you're just like looking. Oh. Okay, so everyone's in on it. Everyone's in on it.
Everybody's like, Valadrin's like, who's the new girl?
And then he like notices that he's like got the arm, like
Asher's
Oh,
getting
yeah.
some.
poetry, and then looks at Kaylin. I'm assuming like there's a brief moment you're like looking around maybe, and then we're just like,
I don't think.
Shut up.
My people are all about the arranged marriages and such.
Yes. As are mine.
I
It's
don't.
something my family has been trying to do without. I myself, only one of my marriages was arranged. My first.
And I want to do without. I think people's freedom or their own free will. And I don't agree with forcing someone to.
Either do I. That's why I attempted to breach this as more of a business arrangement than anything else. And Asher is, I can tell, a businessman as well.
Then I don't think our business would work. I do not wish to persuade Asher.
Oh, was there a, is there a something there that I don't know about? You're like, ooh.
Not my type.
Hmm. Oh, so
Does Caitlin have a type?
Not really.
just so I'm sure I wasn't stepping on toes.
You might be. So, is me getting your help to push it? I don't want to.
He goes, no, of course not. He says, if I can, and they're willing, I will bring back your
Family.
family. Not tonight.
No, I.
I got a piece right here.
doesn't.
He doesn't need a piece.
Oh,
He just needs a name.
well, that's the true one though.
Yeah,
That's not cool.
That's
that's
nice
a bit more. That's a bit more expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, resurrection. You'd have to have.
Their body.
Yeah.
Which you can get. He is the Ghost King after all. All right.
And she'll thank him, and then.
Yeah, and he just
Walk
goes
away.
and sits at the table and watches his daughter make a move, which she isn't doing.
Okay. Cool.
she's just being polite, and are you introducing her around?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yep. Not you though.
She would go
Not
next.
me.
Not
to
you.
Hope.
what?
Okay.
She would go with Hope.
Oh, okay. You go stand over next to Hope.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk her up to Vladrin.
Yep. And introduce.
Oh, hello there.
She goes, hello, shakes your hand.
Hi.
Very strong grip.
Yeah. Wow. Got quite a grip.
This is the Ghost King's daughter.
Oh, well.
She was pleased. Deirdre.
Deirdre, nice to meet you. I'm Vladrin. So,
She goes, you're a Furbolg.
yes,
We usually don't meet Furbolg in polite society. Not that that's meant as an offense. You just prefer to stay to the wildernesses.
most of my kind do. I'm a little different from most of them. But
She goes, is this armor? And she pokes at your armor.
he's like, yeah, you could say so. How did you two meet? Where did she come from?
The sky.
Did
she
Really?
yes, she opened up a teleportation portal.
She goes, technically I came from my training grounds.
Yes.
And you can cast that spell.
No. My father has them set.
Well, my for a second was
She goes,
surprised.
oh no, I am no magic practitioner in
Yeah, I
the
can-
slightest.
I was going to say, it's like you can only usually
And
spend your time so
she
much.
like pulls up her shirt a bit and shows you a belt that's very similar to the Basilius ones.
So I'm just kind of like,
She goes, no, I don't know the first thing about magic.
Yeah, not my strong suit either.
well, that's why you have me, Ledger.
Exactly, like gives him a little the pat on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And shit. Are you guys like still?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, well, great to meet you. I mean, there's
There's
plenty
plenty
of
more
stuff
guests that I must make our rounds, you know.
Yeah. Gives you a wink. And it's just like
So
confused as you walk away.
Lord fires this off. Hey, you're Ghost King's young one, aren't you? He gives her a little nudge on the shoulder, to which she kind of like reacts badly to.
Yeah.
She kind of like almost hides behind you around Lord Fire,
Okay.
and then she will whisper to you after you walk away from her. Does anyone know that's a dragon?
No. I had no idea that is a dragon.
That explains the eating.
I'm sure others do, as if they are his allies. Noted. And then just continue.
All right. There's not very many people left to introduce her to. She does take a shine to Tong Pak almost immediately.
Oh god, Seven Fingers is just... Fuck you, get off this.
Just because they seem to follow the same
Training regimen.
Yeah,
exactly.
training, yeah.
So
You do
that-
P90X too?
Yeah, that conversation goes.
Do you
long.
ever come near us?
No. I wait until very last. I make all my rounds first.
After our meeting, just you guys, it's like, I have so many questions.
So then I go to
Many people have many
Rathbun,
questions.
and who else is there?
Rathrin goes, Deirdre, nice to see you again. I haven't seen you since you were yay big. And she's like, looks at him like she doesn't know who
No
the
way.
hell that is.
Yeah.
It was just all, my wife and I used to come over and visit when you were small. It's not important. Nice to see you, not with mud all over your face. The hair is interesting.
I'd be like, oh, the lack of hair, right?
She goes, oh, it's just for, it's not. She's just kind of like, it's just easy.
Makes sense. Assuming you're more of a martial, since you're not magic. There it goes.
She says, yes, my father never approved of me joining the martial world.
So you trained yourself?
He never approved, but he didn't stop me.
Oh. So what do you do? Sword? Archery?
I can. Mainly, I've just been practicing enhancing my physical strength lately.
Ah. Interesting. and then that's everyone, right?
Yeah, except for
Yep. Nope. I know. And then
the
that's
group of 3 who are over there.
all.
It's like in
Are
high
you
school.
smirking?
Yeah.
Over-
No, she's still drinking.
Vladrin is.
Oh yeah. Well, he's like,
Hope is very decidedly pretending that it's not out of the usual.
Yep. And then so I'd make my last round,
you got an extra glass.
and I'd just be like, and this is my venturing party that we've been together for a year now.
Pleased to
Okay.
meet you all. I'm Deirdre.
Vladrin, this is Kaylin, and then this is my lifelong friend. Hold on. Who down?
Aurora.
I know. That's why I'm gonna check the full name because I need to look at it so I know how to say it.
Does Vladrin have a last name?
Arara. What is that?
Galanadel.
Galanadel.
Oh, Ilvin.
By birth. Sort of. It's a pleasure to meet you. You can just call me Hope. Everyone else does.
Oh, that's lovely.
And then what was her name? Fuck, I'm sorry.
Deirdre.
This is Deirdre, the Ghost King's daughter,
Youngest.
youngest
Pleasure.
daughter.
You, if I may be so bold, seem much more pleasant than your siblings.
Oh, my brothers. Are they about?
They were relegated to their chambers, I believe.
No.
They were making a bit of a fuss at dinner.
Yes.
So, but I guess you would already
Father,
know.
has a problem with discipline. He doesn't believe in it.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Just I keep my distance if possible.
It seems the wisest choice.
So you all seem perfectly charming. Do you know why I'm here? I have an idea, but it doesn't seem like it's going well.
And then I just be like, well, that's everyone. Let's go take a look at the garden. We did so briefly come in. It was a dinner party. That statue seemed quite interesting.
I kind of look at it just like, I would keep your hopes up.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Caitlin's just dead faced.
She just, it's, something of a motto of mine.
Hence the name, I suppose. Well, it's lovely to meet you all. She shakes hands.
Yeah.
We're
Keeps
like,
hers.
Oh, fine. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
tough grip. You go,
Yeah, it's like it's someone with a real tough grip. It's like, yeah, you can actually shake your hand.
All right. She does seem to mark your gauntlets, like, oh, those are interesting. And then you take her back
Yeah,
out.
we go back outside.
All right.
And then so as soon as we get outside, I'd be like, all right,
She goes, this is embarrassing.
your father summoned you because he feels that since he's expiring within the year, he feels.
Yes, it's quite likely he won't last through the next 6 months. His
Yes.
charms are dwindling, and he doesn't feel like it's a good idea to reinstitute them, as it may break his connections to his god.
So he wants to try to wed you to someone of noble birth for keeping your guys' lineage going.
Is that you?
That's, I'm assuming, what he's prospecting.
Well, I'm not adverse to the idea, but we have just met.
Right.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
She goes, but I can see that's not one of your hopes. And she says,
Yeah, like, when she says that, I'm like, no, not the one I'm after.
but you are part of a well-to-do family.
I am part of it, but distant. I am a second cousins to the main family.
Second cousin.
Yes.
But you have a relationship.
More or less. I have to be honest. I have a. What's the time? I have keen mind, so I know.
Yeah, you know the party's probably been going for about a half hour.
So how much longer until I have to be at the other one?
You should have been there a half hour ago.
And the other one I should have
But
been.
you know, plenty of people
Who
in the
fashionably
main
late,
family
yeah.
don't show up until dinner's over because
Yeah.
they don't want to be there either.
Exactly. I'd be like, about a half hour ago, I have a family dinner where a second cousin yearns for me dearly.
No.
I don't want any part of it.
Everyone wants that shirt.
She goes, well, perhaps we can come to a more amenable relationship. Are any of your cousins unmarried?
Is there any?
Most of them. You know, the one who set to take over the business had an arranged marriage when he was 6 and was married when he turned 12.
Right, but are there any that are
But the rest of them are free to seek out their
free
own.
agents?
Yeah. You know, the one you spoke to earlier is unmarried. His younger brother, who is gone into trade, is unmarried. He's doing particularly well in shipping. You did a lot of his books.
Yeah, so then I would let him.
And then his sister is supposed to join the priesthood present.
Yeah. So then that's when I would let her know. I'd be like, well, I have 2 second cousins who
You
are.
also know there are first cousins who are part of the branch main family who are single as well.
I know there's 2 second cousins of the main family who one's trade, one's protection. Both of them are non-betrothed and
Are they adventurers?
no.
Oh, I prefer to be married to someone who's not around much.
Noted.
As marriage is not my first priority either. Physical perfection is more my priority. No.
Well, as I said, I wish I could offer more, but your father seemed very persistent.
Says, well, I know what he is seeking. And she says, it would not have to be a permanent marriage. I think the better part of a year and a child would be more than enough to make him happy.
If he leaves to see it.
That can be arranged. But I can see you do not particularly care for it. But if you were to introduce me about, perhaps I can work my own way to make my father's dream come true. This shindig of yours, she didn't say shindig, this party of yours, will other noble families be attending?
No, it's just my family. Maybe of other families that are trying to court my family, but mainly mine.
Perhaps if you were to introduce me as a visiting dignitary from other lands, I could get my foot in the door. And this would be enough to see my father through the evening at least.
I could arrange that.
Well, by all means, I release you from my father's obligations.
Thank you.
Do you think it's more impressive with or without the shackles?
Oh, with the shackles.
She takes them out of the bag and starts putting them on.
It's about 20 minutes away, so.
Are the rest of your friends coming?
Would prefer not. I don't want them seeing me in that.
You gonna tell her about your mother?
No.
Because she might go a long way to relieving your mother's anger if you were actually being engaged.
I know.
Just saying, you might be able to use her as a buffer for
No, I know.
not getting.
I've been doing things.
He knows, but he's too earnest to like not put up smoke screens and whatnot. He would actually rather put up actual smoke screens and then run away than lie.
Okay. So, are you gonna
I'm
take her?
sorry.
You're gonna say your goodbyes and take
Yeah.
her to the family?
Mm-hmm.
All right. When she comes back, she is wearing huge manacles on
Yeah.
her arms
Interesting.
and legs. The floor groans underneath her footsteps.
Whoa, how much do those weigh?
She says, in total, 800 pounds.
Jesus. That's incredible. I gotta say.
Well,
Kaylin acts unimpressed.
Only 800?
why not 900?
Do you even lift?
That is certainly very impressive. You must be very dedicated.
Yes.
Well,
But my father's wishes must come first.
of course.
I understand we're to be leaving you. It's a pleasure meeting you all.
I'm gonna be taking her to my family, introduce her a bit.
You're not taking your family friend home?
And I just kind of look at you, and I'm just like, I give you the look like you know you don't want to be there either.
Yeah, I actually just. Oh, that is. I believe it would be much more appropriate for. Deirdre.
And I just like look at you, and I'll be like, I'm gonna introduce her to a couple of my cousins who haven't been
They're
met.
unmarried. She says.
Yeah, she just goes
she
out
says
and says it,
unmarried.
and I'm like, unmarried. So
I give you a look.
Do you need a fishing rod since you're going to cash?
She says.
Bad. I'm so bad.
She says.
I feel bad. Can
I
I take it back?
That's clever.
can I take it back?
She goes,
Like,
Retroactive.
like as soon as you say it in giant, I'm just like, Flatrin, please don't. Just don't.
Like it slips out.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, that was.
He walks away.
Anyway, as you leave, she'll get ready to leave. She puts her hood up and basically disappears into it. It's not the same one you were.
Okay.
Be hasty, Asher.
I like look at you confused and just like,
Alright, so you two are gone.
yeah.
So the party winds down. Rathpin will finally walk up to you. He just grabs the loot off the gear off the table and says, "Well, I suppose we better take care of this once and for all then." And he says, "I have a forge down below that can be used to destroy this. Care to come?"
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'll actually.
Where did Asher go?
He had some family affairs
Oh,
he had to see to.
well, that's right. They're having a party today. No, I thought he would have rather stayed here. I didn't think he got along with his family.
Getting along with your family and having family obligations are often two very different things.
I think he's got to do a little show and tell.
No, strictly speaking, I wouldn't know.
But let's see this thing get destroyed.
I'll actually loop my arm through Vladrin's and let him. No, I'm just like trying to like straight line. Like I make it look like it's supposed to be for effect, but it's like straight line.
As you're going down, you go down to the ground floor. The whole party's coming. The witch, Tongue Pack, Fire, Ghost King, and Lord Fire are all coming with. They all want to see this thing get destroyed too. Some of them you think Lord Fire is still not sure that it's a fake. Something just his eyes rarely, whenever he passes it, they always linger on it like it's some great treasure that he wants to possess.
Almost like a dragon.
Maybe. While you're passing through there, they make a brief stop, and he has one of the servants fetch the other item. And it does look like a harp, but it's actually another layer.
Oh, okay.
But it's a metal frame with I don't know if I saved the picture of it. Obviously, people on film can't see it, but
We shall describe it. Our vast vocabulary.
that's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it does look like a harp.
there is. That's
Oh,
actually
is that one of the
that's-
bard
that's
weapons?
in the DMG.
Yes, it is. And
It's
She
a
will-
Falkland or something.
when they bring it out, he points to you and says, "To her, hand it to her. This is for you."
Much appreciated.
This was her first love.
That's a lyre.
Yeah, but it looks like a harp. Anyway, all of you, as a one big mass, kind of like It's almost like a school tour. Follow me now, follow me.
Oh, what's down this hall?
And he takes you
What's down
to
the restricted area?
a basement. And you notice there are, the room he takes you to is a room bound by a huge iron door that seems to have magical enchantments locking it, to which he says a few choice words that you do not understand. And locks around the door and a thin glow around the seam of the door disappear. And it kind of goes, swings open a bit. Inside is a bizarre contraption. There is a huge anvil in the center of it. It looks like there's some kind of viewing room off to the side, to which he ushers people to go that direction. He sets the lyre on the anvil. Around the anvil you see there are 4 great hammers on what look like staves or poles. And they seem to have some kind of machinery around the bottom. And everybody goes up to the viewing room for what you can see, but what he calls it is the control room. And in there's a series of levers. He starts pulling some of the levers, and the room immediately raises 50 degrees. And you think it's even hotter out there. A thin layer of molten metal fills a groove around the outside of the anvil. And you can see the lyre just sitting there in the middle of it. And he pulls another lever, and the hammers start in a rhythmical pattern, smashing that item into bits.
Do you hear that? Like,
You do. In
off
fact,
notes?
when one of the strings breaks, it lashes out and severs the hammer entirely from its pole. Almost like it's fighting back from being destroyed. But quickly it's reduced to kindling and bits of wire and wood, and there's very little left. After which, before the room is cooled down, Rathbin and Rathbin goes down, followed quickly by Lord Fire, who doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all either. And he kind of just sweeps the debris into the ring of molten metal off to the side, where it quickly burns away and melts into nothing. He says, "Oh, that's that then. No more." And then he says, goes back up and pulls a couple more levers, and everything quiets down.
This is interesting.
Indeed.
So this was a forge.
It is.
So, I mean, breaking things down is just one half of it.
Yes, I've used it to make a thing or two in my time.
Is this because I know that you're not really a fan of the magical, the things that take
He says,
the weave.
"Well, I do not like to see the weave closed off."
Yes. Does this find a way around it? Or is this merely for mundane?
He says, "I don't make weapons here."
Yes, it's curious, you understand.
Sure.
For a forge to be used other than...
He says, "Well, forges have been used to make many great things. The dining utensils we used tonight, the chalices, the silverware, the plates were all forged here."
Ah, yes.
And he says, "And don't let the name scare you. It hasn't been used for anything like that in years."
Silverware. Is that what you're talking about? Or the forge?
The name of the forge. It's not important. Shall we back
What
up
was
to
it
the
called?
table?
He didn't give us a name.
Yeah.
And you couldn't read the inscriptions that were on the door.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay, so he's just like clueless, like, what just happened? Okay. And then, we continue.
Yeah, because the only person who could read it
Yeah.
isn't there.
Yeah.
But Lord Fire will lean up to you, as he is much shorter than
Yeah.
you, and go, he's just so.
Oh.
He's just so. I've been waiting to see this place for years. He never
Really?
shows anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, we only met him less than a year ago.
He says, oh, well.
Guess we're lucky.
You could call it that, I suppose.
What about you?
Well,
You've been on their side, off their side.
yeah, we've had our arguments, but we get along fine.
What do you get to in the city, outside the city? What's your realm of expertise?
He says, oh, I'm not from here.
I sort of figured, where would that be from?
Yeah, it's not important. Are you thinking of coming for a visit?
A bit of travel might be interesting.
He says, well, I usually only have the one guest. That's Pay there.
Is Pay a dragon too?
Well, gleaned much. Like, well, maybe just chat a little bit with him about little things.
Yeah.
That's it.
He likes to talk about treasure. And he makes bad jokes that are inevitably dirty.
Yeah.
You don't think Helm would approve.
No. After a little bit, he's like, okay. Oh, hey, Hope.
So, Asher is gone. The three of you enjoy the rest of the party. Rathbun offers to let you stay here, or you can seek your own rooms if you want.
Hope is definitely all for just
The rest of the people
staying
will
here.
be leaving before the night is out. Ghost King will take his two sons. He leaves you with a small stone plaque.
Me?
Yeah. And he says, when you wish to, I will respond to that enchantment and come back to see you to provide you with your favor. As an apology for what my sons may or may not have put you through.
How would I use it?
I'll just read the inscription.
What language is it in?
It's in Undercommon. He just kind of like produced it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sure I'll put it away.
It's just a little stone plaque. Looks kind of like a tombstone.
Here's my business card.
Fitting with the theme.
It's like a business card.
Yeah. Next, Lord Fire will take Pay outside and, in case removing any doubt, transform into an adult red dragon.
A red one?
Pay climbs on his back and he flies away into the sky.
Yep, this is normal.
After he gets about maybe
We've
50
seen
yards away,
weirder?
he disappears and kind of like into like heat waves into the air.
To be fair, we have seen stranger. Not much.
Is it pretty common knowledge to know the reds are evil?
Yeah. Although it's not set in stone. And Pei did say he was turned over a new leaf recently.
We were eating dinner with a red dragon.
A big red.
Those are bad.
Well, he didn't eat us, so I say we are.
I mean, his jokes were definitely bad.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Next to leave is Tongpak. He tries to do it where the witch isn't watching. But,
I already gave
yeah.
her the home address.
Yeah. And the after he finishes the teleportation circle that he leaves with, it kind of like quickly, he made it out of like salt and sand, and it quickly like leaves
Goes away.
a breeze behind when he disappears. He kind of like, as he teleports away, flashes, swishes his cloak around, and the letters are dispersed as he travels away. But the witch gets this kind of look in her eyes like,
You can't fool me now.
maybe she probably hasn't used that circle yet.
Yeah.
The witch to leave gets on her broom and Or actually goes out the front door, gets on her broom, and flies off into the night. Leaving
imagine
you
it.
with just Rafton and his staff.
Well, I don't know about you all, but it's been a very long couple of months. I think I shall go have a good night's sleep for once.
Yeah. You earned it.
As have you.
He says, before you turn in, I already partially discussed this with Robin. You'll
That's a
back me up
shame.
on this,
Yes.
young man.
Yes, it's a shame Asher can't be here.
Oh, well, I'm sure you can fill him in. He seems like he's already, well, keen on the idea.
I think he's got a lot on his mind right now as well.
Does he?
Could be. But to the important matters.
He says, yes. It's no guess that you've run into Vasilius, the armor, the story.
Indeed.
We, as a group, were against them and everything. And they were against us much the same. We are too old to fight.
I kind of look out the window where the red dragon flew away. Indeed. If you say so.
And he says, we all have lives that we've built up that don't involve adventure.
Of course.
And he says, but you four, you still have that spark. That
am retired.
adventuring idea.
29. A new spark. New generation.
I believe I already mentioned once that when you felt ready, there was a place I would like you to
Yes.
on the moors, an old kingdom. Underneath that old kingdom is a door. One of many. But if that door is still active, it could set you on a path in direct opposition to Vasilius of exploring a world you've yet to see. Is that something you'd be interested
Well, I know I'm not opposed.
in? He says, most of my wealth, not some small amount, my charm was gained investigating these places.
What are we? Is this to destroy the Vasilis?
They will no doubt be against you in your travels. But there are other, I don't want to sugarcoat this, there are many dangers in this vast universe.
There are many dangers anywhere we go.
But there are also many sights, wonders to be seen. Things you cannot see here in Faerun. He pronounces it slightly.
I'll be honest. My 50 years, this past, it's been like 6 months?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. Past 6 months have been more.
Actually, no, it's been more like 3.
6 months because we were there for 2 months.
Yeah,
and,
since the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll discount the first couple of months.
Yeah.
Since then, I've seen more interesting and strange things in the world than the other 49.
Yes, then, of course, there's many adventures to be had here on this tiny world as well.
But the scope that seems to be out there, I feel like we're only looking at this little bit.
Yes.
And I, to serve my God, need to be able to see more of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
He taps you on the arm, looking over at Hope like, yeah.
Doesn't
that's
even
good.
look. Doesn't even register that it's like, yeah, just like,
And you, Caleb, there are many unfortunate people in other worlds who you could help in Ilmater's name. Some that have never heard the words. Oh, there's, speaking of which, Hope, that small bag, could I have that back?
Of course. I'll return it to him.
Yes, oh, good, you didn't do the lock. It's all appears
No.
to be here. And he tucks that away in a pouch on his belt. Thank you. Was it of any use at all?
Well,
I'm very good at my job.
She is very good at her job.
Ah. Okay, I'm not sure what that has to do with it, but alright.
But we appreciated the safety net.
Ah, of course. Maybe. Not sure you know what this does, but that's fine.
Not at all. It actually terrifies me. I'm glad to be rid of it.
Ah, yes. Well, it's kind of like a safety blanket for me. But, yes. Well, you're welcome to stay here for the night.
Much appreciated.
And of course, you have the house or the room still in Waterdeep. You're welcome to
Right.
use. I haven't decorated or anything. Everything's just as you left it.
Actually, at the moment, they're.
I believe we are wanted to return to Daggerford.
Yeah, I was going to say we're actually not currently allowed in the city or something.
Oh, why
like
is that?
Because of Vasilius, actually. The fuckers.
Bless you.
Their incursion in Daggerford actually raised the awareness of our interaction with them.
And
We are banned.
of course you know
Sure,
how
now it will change.
cautious the Lord's Alliance can be.
No, not in the slightest, actually. I try and stay out of politics.
Well, at the current moment,
I love it. Yeah, I got no idea.
yeah. Unfortunately for us, they're aware that we have ties,
No,
or that they're aware of us.
gotta be snuck into the city.
Huh?
No.
Nope. Alright. Well,
We-
well,
We'll find our way.
Okay, I'm sure
We
you.
didn't really try.
Well, think on what I've told you about. Obviously, you need
course.
to make some preparation.
Yes.
Uh,
Where would we start?
well, in that ancient city on the moors is the first place you should go. That's the first gateway I would use if I were you.
It gives us something.
From there, you can go where you like. Oh, I have something that might help you out.
Yes.
And he goes to the same room where the harp was pulled from. And he pulls out a wrapped bundle. It looks like a duvet. It's a comforter for a bed, wrapped with silver thread, with a knot tied in silver thread on the top. It says, "When you're ready, take this. It's a map, so to speak."
I believe we may have seen a picture of it.
Yes, we encountered it early in our travels. It was helpful. Not all of the worlds are still there. Not all of the gates are unblocked. But it's a good starting point.
I
Asher will
appreciate
find it fascinating.
Yes,
Asher,
I can't help but
I am sure wherever he is at this exact moment, Asher feels a pain.
probably an itchy nose or something.
My nose seems to be bleeding.
Oh, he must be feeling something else.
And he says, "When you're ready to go, come for this.
Indeed.
Don't take it now. It might attract attention."
We're just now getting over some attention, so.
I believe we have a few loose ends to tie up before we can quite go.
Yes, of course.
I know there are.
Well, if there's any assistance I can offer, I'll be happy to in a limited capacity.
Of course.
Ooh, you want some coin?
Yes. Why don't we take care of that?
And he says, "I'm sorry, my ex-wife, put you through so much trouble. Would 1,000 gold pieces seem like bribery?"
No.
Each?
He says, "So, I had meant in total." Oh, I can see you're a little disappointed. I'd hate to have a nice young lady like yourself go away disappointed. We'll make it 2.
Much appreciated. I love
Just
your
sometimes.
face, Kaylin.
Did you say that?
I love your face.
That's the first I've heard that in a very long time.
So he basically gives you 2 chests that have various coins, but totaling 2,000.
How should we split that?
Evenly.
Yeah.
That's 500 each.
500 each.
You get a bag like that Deirdre had.
Oh no, she didn't. Yeah, she didn't have
Hope
them
and
at
I were the
first,
only ones
and then
that
she
saw
came back
it.
with them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hope and I were the ones that
Yeah.
saw
Okay,
it.
never mind.
But yes, we do.
We needed some kind of bag with extra space.
Well, you have plenty of money now. You should
Yes.
be able to go buy one.
Yeah, at least one.
And he says, but you're welcome to roam the estate, stay out of the basement as you like. And my house is at your disposal. I'm going to turn in, as it's been a rather rough couple of days.
Indeed.
I've not had that many guests for quite some time.
Well, it certainly was a exciting night.
Was it?
Yeah. Sarcasm.
Oh, all right.
Thank you, though, Shao.
And
Rathman.
he goes up to the 2nd floor and disappears somewhere into a 3rd floor.
I try and find a bedroom.
The staff seem helpful.
I'm gonna follow Hope.
Okay.
Yep. Find a bedroom. Get ready for bed.
Make sure the door's locked.
No, no.
Yes. Kaylin, I thought you would be resting.
Are you okay?
Why wouldn't I be?
She'll just awkwardly give you a hug.
Hope very awkwardly returns it.
Just like, I'm sorry for your loss. I think.
I haven't lost anything.
Right.
Is this because I've been drinking?
No. Well, yes. I told the Ghost King I wouldn't help Asher pursue her.
That is your prerogative.
Yes, but
I think it would be in Asher's best interest.
do you though?
Yes, it would be a good connection for him to have
Mm-hmm.
with minimal stumbling blocks to his path.
Because he wants to pursue being a noble.
No, not about. It's not about him being a noble. It's about a connection to a man like the Ghost King could give him access to the resources and the knowledge that he needs to pursue what he does want.
Well, I think you should tell him what you want.
I want him to be. I don't understand.
I just. Well. Good night, Hope.
Good night, Kaylin.
She'll put her own way.
So you're at your family party. At first, your mom is cross,
Yep.
but you know your mom. So the fact that you came here with a woman
Mm-hmm.
Immediately puts her on the defensive
Yep.
because she thinks, and I assume you let her kind of think, at least at first, that this is somebody important.
Yep.
So not necessarily to you, but just important in general. So she is all smiles and basically how she talks to the head family.
Yeah.
But she will try and get you aside to give you an earful about disappearing.
Oh, I wouldn't leave her side. Yeah.
Deirdre is very solicitous to the rest of the party.
I would introduce her to family members that I think that she would have the best chance with
Okay.
first, and then work my way down all the ones that are
Yeah, most of your cousins are scared shitless.
of her. Yeah, because she is quite intimidating.
Yes. A few of the youngest, non-marrying age, take a great interest, though. She has a really good way with children. Not that that means it.
Yeah, no. But yeah.
But she'll like to do tricks for them and stuff like that. But like, show them her stuff. When she takes off the thing, she can jump really, really high.
Get good.
But she doesn't break anything in the house or outside.
That's fine. Yeah, as I said, I would just, as I said, very casually introduce her as a foreign dignitary of a distant land.
Mm-hmm.
And, as I said, just proposition her to cousins.
Yeah, and she also will start making her own inroads to see who they know,
Yep.
who might be interested.
She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Well, she's doing what her father wants.
Yeah.
Gotta get in the oven business.
Damn.
But other than that, are you going to do anything at all?
Nope.
Okay. You managed to avoid motherly entanglement.
Oh, yeah. And if Mom ever gets too close, I am not afraid of using magic.
Succeeded exorcism save.
Just be like, fog cloud, and just like, oh, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
Alright.
Before some magical.
But some of the other branch families are very interested about what you ran into in Baldur's Gate, if there are any business opportunities to be had there, what you were doing in town while you were away. Have you met any other business contacts that way that they could exploit?
Nah.
Armor merchant.
Yeah, I would let them know of a very loathsome armor merchant I met on the road.
Talking business, but not like
Actually,
talking business.
the eldest cousin is familiar with who you're talking
Oh,
about
good.
and agrees that he's a Bisbal.
Yeah.
Oh, Willar.
But other than that, you managed to get away pretty much scot-free.
Cool.
She will, when you leave the party, she will leave the party with you, but after that, thank you for your help. She says, I'm sorry you were put in this position. If worse comes to worse, it's still an option. She says, very businesslike.
Right, and I say, I just repeat it back to her. It's still an option.
Perhaps I should give you my contact information just in case.
Here's my business card.
She says, not as such, but I've had one of these prepared in case I did meet someone that Father would approve of. And she hands you a scroll case.
Okay.
She says, it's just an address.
Oh, right. It's a teleportation circle?
Yeah.
All right.
She says, it's all ready, you just need to read the incantation and it will take you there. She says, if you find someone more suited, more up on the idea. And she says, there's also a spell for communicating. You can give them my number.
Right.
She looks at you, you got no idea what she's talking
No,
about.
but I'm just inferring some kind of...
She says, you can use that spell to have them communicate.
All right. No, of course. All right.
I'll trust you with this not to pass it into the wrong hands.
I would like to hope so.
My father seemed to trust you, so I will as well.
Appreciate it.
It's not unlike the witch's scroll. That, except for this one doesn't have any jewels and crap on it, but it does work the same way.
Or porn.
Yeah, or porn. No, it's just 2 spells.
Okay. And does she just...
No, she just walks away down the street.
Oh, okay. Then
And doesn't make a sound when she does it.
Jesus. Then yeah, I would just head back to the mansion.
Okay,
Boy
everybody's
myself.
gone to bed about now.
Yeah.
There's still staff wandering around doing
Vladim's
stuff.
up.
Vladim's up, sure.
What are you
He's got a bottle, and he's just waiting.
Are you on the porch?
No, in a
Because the
room.
porch is nice.
In a room, he's got his door open. He's
Okay.
basically just waiting.
All right.
Till he hears
You hear the
He wants
major
the
domo
juicy
of the
details.
house.
the quiet, like,
The-
I actually kind of imagine you and Vladrin got either like, I'll take Hope, you take Asher.
Yeah.
Are you waiting for to see if he's doing a walk of shame?
yep,
Team mom and dad.
exactly, yeah.
So yeah, I would be coming in.
And you just see Vladrin just pouring a glass.
Like, I like how imagine like you've been sitting here and be like,
By the way, I should say Rathbin's wine is 100 times better than that $2 Chuck and Farrell you guys had.
Yeah, so Vladrin's had a few now. Because he's been waiting a little while and
he's been waiting a
he
little
got
while.
he got impatient.
So yeah, I'll show up and I'll be like, oh.
Really hot. It's starting to physically just get really hot. Sorry, continue. I just started overheating.
All right.
Asher.
Here's the portion where Mike takes off his
Except
clothes.
I had too much wine.
Apparently everybody is after Asher. Anywho, so yeah, I assume I come up and you have the door open and I like to imagine you're just like, oh, there he is.
Yeah. Just getting in, I see.
Yes. And assuming everyone else went home.
Oh, yes. Yes, everyone is gone.
And Hope, how's she doing?
Take a seat.
All right. And then I'll
Just
sit. I'll sit away
in
from
an
you.
actual chair.
Like I'm in the process of doing the summon,
Just sit in an
and I'll
actual
sit
chair.
in one of the normal chairs. I'm like,
So, what ended up happening?
what do you mean? What ended up happening?
So, I can sort of tell that you weren't really into her.
Yes.
But you were obviously you were trying to get something out of it?
Something.
Or were you just obligated?
I think you're confusing two things. I don't know how familiar you are to circles of nobility and how children are less of offspring, more of bartering chips. And both, fuck, what was her name?
Deirdre.
Deirdre, thank you, Jesus. And Deirdre and I are one and the same, as in we both have uses that our parents want to use us for.
The genitals.
And we both see ourselves in different ways and want different things than what our parents want us for.
Oh, by the way, your youngest cousin was terribly cross you brought a girl.
Good. If she got by, I probably would have, like, arm a little tighter and been like, no, that's her. That's her. Keep her away.
And Deirdre would have been very, like, possessive.
Thank you.
Acting at the time.
Cool.
And then just, like, afterwards just...
Yeah, cool. But, as I said, we want different things in our lives than what our parents want for us. And that's about where our similarities end.
What did you ask about Hope? He like he hears this and then he's like thinking, he's like, wait, what? Yeah.
Well, because,
I mean, she was drinking a lot.
yes.
She did continue to drink a lot.
Did she? How much did she have?
I can't really count a liquid.
How many glasses, Bladrin? How many glasses did you see her drink?
Should I roll a D10?
Drink. I always had liquid in the cup.
Yeah. You're like, it's really hard to gauge. I'd say a lot.
at a starting ground. That's at least I know how much she drank. Yeah.
Canon did not
Honestly,
thus
though,
restoration you.
I understand why. This shit's really good.
Oh, no thank you. I've been trying to keep a clear head all night. I don't want to make any rash decisions.
Yeah. So you still brought her to the party, but
More of Ghost King did. He summoned her.
man, can you imagine him as a father-in-law?
No. To be honest, he would probably be very absent.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to separate player knowledge from character knowledge. Okay, he's just gonna ask you a few more questions. And, be like,
Swing away.
yeah. So. Nah, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I just
Character
cannot-
and player.
mostly player. Yeah.
Okay.
So Vladimir lets it pass for now.
Yeah, he lets it pass. He's
Files
like,
it away for later.
yeah, okay. Yeah, she was drinking a lot. Yeah.
Alright.
And then it lets you go to bed.
Thank you. I'm gonna find my own room.
Go for it.
Thank you.
He just picked the first one that was open.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna close the door behind
Yeah.
you.
By the way, the room that the staff lets you use, Vladimir, there's it's oversized. And there's a picture or a painting on the wall of a very, very scary female Goliath.
Huh. Any noticeable features?
Just a very scary looking female
Okay.
Goliath. Looks like when she posed for the picture, she had just killed somebody and was very happy about it.
Fresh bloodlust. So I'm guessing the pillows and stuff are not like I don't look at them and go, oh yeah, female Goliath.
No, nothing like that. It's just huge.
Just
Everything's
huge
big.
bed.
It fits you.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
So
a lot.
you have a feeling maybe he had a standing guest that had that picture,
Like
or painted.
Rathbun's been all over. Not like that. Really, he likes it honest. Go to bed.
All right.
Alright, see?
You are sweating.
Nice.
You've
That's so gross.
had a
Yeah, I know.
Day?
Thing?
A day,
Oh, that doesn't
yes.
sweat.
witnessed some strange things. As you become attuned to your heart,
Mhm.
you kind of like, "Ugh." The room's still a little spinny, but you feel like you're attuned to the new. It's a new Lear, basically.
Yeah.
But did you stay in her room, or did you get your own room?
I'll let her have her own space.
While you're trying, sleeping, do you alarm the room or anything?
I don't have that.
Because which one of you kept the thread?
It's not me.
I thought it was Vladrin.
Vladrin.
No.
Well, no, I did
You
have
guys
it.
You
used
had it
in the
because
inn.
he has me and I can
Yeah.
just do the alarm.
I did have it.
Would you think
Would you think to
No.
alarm it, or would you assume you're safe?
after that
I
much
would.
alcohol?
I'm very drunk and assumed I was safe.
Okay. You
I still have a dagger under my pillow.
yeah, you think you're awake
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the night as you feel something or someone is in the room, and your nerves kind of bring you away. You don't feel drunk anymore,
Okay.
but you definitely feel there's a presence in the room.
Okay. I draw my dagger and sit up.
That won't be necessary, dear.
And who the hell are you?
I am someone who's come to speak with my daughter.
There it is.
I've been expecting you.
I like what you've becoming.
Is that so?
Yes, it's very interesting.
That's one word for it.
How like you my gifts?
They have been useful.
Quite. I now pass your parents' bargain on to you.
And what bargain exactly is that?
Success in your endeavors. Think of me as an agent. Someone who has your best interests at heart.
I'm sure.
I will leave you a present, a song, as you are accustomed to singing. A song that I can hear anywhere.
And what do you want in return for this song?
I want you to look on me as a friend.
I look on very few people as friends.
Well, I hope I will number amongst them. And the figure, which you still have just wreathed in shadow,
Yeah.
extends a hand in your direction. Not too close, but just offers it like this, palm up. Take my hand for a moment.
And if I don't,
I mean you no ill.
she'll reach out her hand.
She goes, here is my song, and my pact with you. You not with me with you. Sing the song. Ask me what you will, and I will assist you as I can. Become great.
And if it is not my greatness I desire,
Align yourself with greatness. And if you bring me a trinket occasionally now and then,
what type of trinket?
I like little shiny things.
Well noted.
And she basically whistles a song that's interesting, minor key, little haunting, never heard it before.
Interesting.
But you instantly think you could duplicate again on your lyre
Yeah.
or on another instrument. She goes, call me if you ever need help.
I'll remember this.
I hope so. Good night, my dear.
Good night.
And then the shadow kind of like
Yes.
folds in on itself quietly. And I think that's where we'll end for today.
Yay!
Next week, if everybody can make it,
Yeah.
we'll advance some levels and go through montage style what you do in the next couple months to year or so until you think you're ready to go assault an ancient fortress on the moors.
All right.
Unless
I'm
you decide
excited.
to do something else.
You know what?
Let's
That
skip
wood,
this quest.
yeah, that wood carving adventure sounds
so I'm
really
gonna
good.
Pick up shop.
We get to level 10.
Or you could say, screw it, let's go visit another city or go find a dungeon. Whatever you want to do.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a tour. We're not going to actually do any work. We're just going to act like we're famous and cool and stuff. We're just going to put on a show. Yeah. Let's get to level 10 and have all these skills and just ride on the fame.
We just start a traveling circus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not a circus, but just traveling like, yeah, we'll be famous.
Okay. So, yeah. I think that's about it, right?
That's it.
That's
You don't need
it.
to hand out anything. Oh, yeah, we'll discuss all that next time. Feel free to level up in the meantime.
What are we going to level up to?
10.
10th level.
Straight to 10.
Yeah, because
Oh, man.
you're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Paladin all the way.
Cleric all the way.
Wizard. Nobody's multiclassing except
Yeah.
Jack.
Fun ideas.
Jack is proud, I'm sure.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Night.
Thanks for taking this.
Hopefully somebody watched it.
We had one viewer the whole time, I think.
Wow.
Wow.
We had like 4 or so at one point.
Good night.
Night.